Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. That's my guy, Charles Jackson. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. How you feeling?
I'm okay, man. Nice day outside. Went to the gym. I can easily say, Jason Tatum FC, we're fucking down right now. We are down bad right now. But Tyrese Halliburton FC, we are up. That's all I care about right now. Tyrese Halliburton FC, we are up. My other guy selling, but my guy, Tyrese Halliburton, is him. Is him. That's all I gotta say, man. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing all right, bro. I gotta give me a Tyrese Halliburton jersey, man. I gotta give me one, bro. But let's start with our first round playoff performers. Who did good in the first round? And if you do have anybody that did bad, perfectly fine. You can say the players too, but mostly who performed really good in the first round of the playoffs? You can start.
Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna go with my boy Cade. In that series against the Knicks, my boy averaged 25, 8 and 8, with almost 2 steals and a block. So yeah, my boy Cade, he for his first playoff appearance, he showed up, and that's what we needed from him. Obviously, we didn't win the series, but Cade did his thing.
Oh, I definitely agree. I think Cade played really good for a guy that team's been basically bad since he's been with the Pistons. Finally gets over the hump. Basically, almost could have won against the Knicks. Honestly, every game was close. Every game came down to literally like the last possession, and he showed out. He kept them. He kept that team in every single game. The only problem was his 3-point shooting and turnovers. But outside of that, I think he played great. He was rebounding the ball, getting everybody involved, scoring when he needs to. I think Cade played great basketball in the first round. I probably if I gave him a grade, I'd probably give him like an A, like a B plus or A minus. I think he played pretty good. Something around there. A guy that I think played really good in the first round, Julius Randle. Julius Randle. I've always talked about how Julius Randle doesn't step like his last couple of playoff series with the Knicks. He was not playing good. And he proved everybody, especially me and everybody else, wrong. He showed up against the Lakers. Without him playing, I know we could say and Rudy Gobert monster masterclass in game 5, but Julius Randle played pretty good. He averaged 22 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He shot 48% from the field and 39% from 3. I thought Julius played basically excellent basketball. And for once, I was like, Julius actually might show up, and he really did. So good for Julius. Like he played good against the Lakers, man. He played really good
Yeah,
against them.
and it also helps that he got Jaden McDaniels, who played really well, and the Lakers so focused on Ant. So Julius Randle took advantage, especially against the team that drafted him. Another name I got, Amin Thompson. He averaged about 15, 7 and 3, with like almost 2 steals and a block. I know his scoring wasn't really there, but the defense that he played and the intensity in which he played with, I think he played really well. He was a bright spot for the Rockets that series. I think he did a great job on Curry. I think he did a great job disrupting the Warriors' offense throughout the entire series. And he's only going to get better from here.
I thought the men played. I thought he played pretty good as arguably. Well, I don't think it's arguably. I think he was the Rockets' third best player in that series. Like, especially when Jalen Green didn't play good, he stepped up his scoring, get into the hole, and just like you said, he was playing excellent defense on Steph Curry. Like, don't pass. Not the game 7, but like game 5 and game 6. I thought he played really good defense on Steph Curry, and he's showing why he's most likely going to make an all defensive team. And next year, once we get to that time when we gotta, do our pick of like our awards early, he probably could be in our defensive player of the year award candidates or something like that, because he's one of the best defenders in the league. Like he played really good for the Rockets, and it's only up from there for the Rockets. Another guy I would say that played great, I'd say Paulo. But the thing I like most about Paulo is his three-pointer. He shot 44% from the three. He averaged 29 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 43% from the field, but 44% from the three. I thought Paulo played great. Yes, it was against the Celtics, and you could say they didn't have the firepower, but you know, he played. I think he kind of matched up well against, say, a Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown in that series. I thought he played really good, and then obviously Franz Wagner, he played good too. But I thought Paulo, like especially in the beginning of the series, like he played good. He was averaging like 30, like 5 and 5, like stuff like that. So I give credit to Paulo, and like this is second playoff appearance, and he's only gonna keep going to the playoffs because he's so good and the Magic are so good. But shout out to Paulo, he was really good against the Celtics.
Yeah, like I knew Paulo was great, but I didn't think that he would have almost averaged 30 against the Celtics. I thought the Celtics would have at least tried to slow him down, but they couldn't. He played amazing. Another name I got, I'm gonna go Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson played amazing in that first round. They needed every point that he gave them in order to beat the Pistons. He averaged 31, 4, and 8. I thought that the Pistons would have like tried to take the ball out of his hands throughout that whole entire series, but it didn't matter. Jalen Brunson got his shot whenever he wanted. And he willed that Knicks team to a first round win.
You still think K was the best player in that series, or was it just equal?
I think it was equal.
I don't think I would say Jalen Brunson was the best player, but I don't think he cleared Cade though. Like it wasn't a clearing that he was the best. Like Cade was matching bucket for bucket with him, and Jalen Brunson, he was great when you needed a bucket. That's why he's one of the best clutch scorers in the NBA. He's the clutch player of the year. When they needed him the most, he stepped it up. What he averaged 30, because I had him too, 31 and 4 and 8. Like
31,
he
4,
was
and 8.
yeah, he was amazing against the Pistons. Like, he was amazing against the Pistons. Like, especially when sometimes Cat wasn't stepping it up. He was really the only one that was actually out there scoring and keeping them in the game. So, shout out to Jalen Brunson. He was great. Another guy, his stats ain't the greatest, but I thought he played pretty good. I would say Russell Westbrook. I thought Westbrook played good against the Clippers, bro. I know he almost sold in game 1, and I think in game 5. No, it was game 5. It was game 6. He missed a couple easy bunnies. But when they needed a stop or just a clutch three energy, he stepped it up. I thought he played pretty good for the role he played, and especially he played almost 30-something minutes this series. Yeah, he averaged 13, 5, and 3, but if you watch the games, him being on the court was very impactful, and he was arguably maybe the maybe the third or fourth best player on that team in that series. Like I thought Westbrook played really good, and shout out to Westbrook, man, one of my favorite players of all time.
Another name I got, Zubac. Zubac, he averaged 17 and 10. The numbers, they're decent numbers. But I thought he played really well against Jokic. I thought Jokic, you can't really stop Jokic, but I think he held him in check a little bit. He rebounded well, he played defense really well. And I didn't expect him to average at least 17. I thought he would have averaged like at least 11 to 12, maybe 15, but he exceeded my expectations. So I thought Zubac played very well.
I thought Zubas was, or you can argue, probably the best player in that series. He was keeping like Jokic always struggles with a guy that's basically bigger than him, and he was struggling with like Zubas. Like Jokic, he had his masterclass game, but he still Jokic. I had Jokic on here, but Jokic still gave you 26, 13, and 9. But Jokic had to fight for it. He had to fight through it. Like Zubas is no joke, and that's why Zubas was one of the best defenders in the league, up for defensive player of the year. And Zubas was great because what you say, 17 and 10, like that's really good for Zubas. I didn't think he was gonna average that. That's damn near 20 and 10. I thought he would give you like maybe like 12 and 10, 14 and 10, something around there. But I thought he played great for the Clippers, honestly. Um We probably got this guy on here. Giannis. Giannis averaged 13, 15, and 6. I mean, Giannis was, bro, we knew Giannis was going to always go off. It was just always who else was going to come to join him. But every time Giannis stepped on the court, he got whatever he wanted. He got every rebound. He had to sit. He had to play make, especially when Dame wasn't playing the one game and Dame been out the series. He was doing everything for that team. But I thought he played legendary almost basketball for the Bucks. Like Giannis, like that's why that's a top 3 player right there in the NBA, man. Like legendary performance against the Pacers. He was really great.
Last name I got Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, that first series, he averaged 29, 4, and 5. We expected the Cavs to win that first series, but I didn't expect Donovan Mitchell almost to average 30. I thought he would have gave us like 24, 25, and they still would have easily won that series. But, you know, Donovan Mitchell is a playoff riser. And so I thought he played amazing that first round.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell. I think he played great, but it's like it's the Heat, so we really didn't see like him always go off. Like if it was close, we probably could have seen him. Obviously, like these past 2 games against the Pacers, maybe a 40 ball or something like that. But it gets the Heat, and he barely played in like the 4th quarters and stuff. So, but he definitely played great though for his stats. And the last guy I would say Sengun. Sengun first playoffs as the guy really on that team. He had his ups and downs in the playoffs, but I thought he played pretty good. He averaged 20, 12, and 5. Obviously, had to do everything. Everything for that team was able to get down low because the Warriors are a small team. But I thought Sengun, he showed himself I'm a young guy, this is a young team, but I'm good. And they pushed the Warriors to 7 games, but Sengun, I thought he had his moments of like really being like a really good player in the NBA, and he's only just gonna get better from here on out. But Sengun deserves some credit in the first round. All right, let's go. Let's start with what the rest of these teams need to do. We did the last 4 last week in the first round, so let's finish it off this week with the Pistons. What do the Pistons need to do to get better? They had a great season, after having one of the worst seasons probably in franchise history and one of the worst seasons in the league last year. But this year they came back and they shocked the world. Except for you. You knew they was going to be good. But they shocked the world. And now off a first round exit, we saw they have potential. So what do the Pistons need to do this summer to take it to the next level?
Well, first and foremost, Cade needs to work on his 3 ball. He shot the ball pretty decently from 3 this season. But in the playoffs, they dipped a lot. So I still think he needs to, work on his 3 ball, get a little bit more consistent with that. And also that it showed that this team doesn't need Jaden Ivey. So they need to trade Jaden Ivey, get some pieces back for him, try to go get another scorer or like another Malik Beasley type. Re-sign Dennis Schroeder. I think Dennis Schroeder is a great backup point for them. That's what they were missing. That's what they were looking for Jaden Ivey to do. But you found that in Dennis Schroeder. And other than that, just develop your young guys. Develop Ron Holland, develop Asor, and then you guys are good.
What about resigning Malik Beasley or Tim Hardaway or even both?
Well, yeah, re-signing both of them as well because you got to keep both of them. They played great for you this season.
I don't think this is the year. I know some people might say, hey, the Pistons, they might be one piece away. Go get a star. I don't think they need to go get a star just yet. Let's see how this team is. We run it back. Like I put like resign your veteran players. Like you said, Dennis Schroeder was a godsend. Like I thought he was like the throwaway guy in the Jimmy Butler trade because it was like a 14 trade. He was the throwaway guy. He goes to the Pistons and he made some big plays and big shots for them. Obviously, what was that in game 2 or was it game 5 when he hit the clutch 3? It was one of those games. I forgot. But he played good as the backup point guard. Malik Beasley, 6 Man of the Year candidate. Like, because you had him as your most improved, or was it sixth man of the year? Which one? I
Six
forgot which
man.
one. Oh yeah, so that's how good he was. That he was a candidate for sixth man of the year, and he kept hitting three after three after three, especially in that game 6 in the first half. He couldn't miss, and I think you need to resign him unless he wants to go get, say, a bigger bag from another team. But the Pistons, they have like decent amount of cap space. They got, from what I saw on the internet, 24 million in cap space. So I think they can probably re-sign them. Now, Tim Hardaway, maybe, I don't know if they re-sign him, because Malik, you might try to put your focus on Malik Beasley and Dennis Schroeder. I think, in my opinion, I think they're more important than Tim Hardaway, even though Tim Hardaway had a decent year for the Pistons. I think I put Tim Hardaway aside, but focus on Dennis Schroeder and Malik Beasley. You you still got Tobias. Who else? Let me go look real quick. And Tobias was good. Tobias was good for them in the playoffs. Hold on, let me go look. Yeah, you still got Tobias. You still got Isaiah Stewart on a decent contract. Asor, like you said, Ron Holland, Jay Nivey. Jay Nivey, I think this is the team option year. So I think this is where you potentially sign him to an extension. I doubt they do that, honestly. I doubt it. So they probably let him see how it works before they just let him go into free agency. I think it's the next year. Because this year he's only making 10 million. He's really not making nothing, honestly. So what? Okay, so you think Jaden Ivey can't be, say, a second scorer off the bench for them?
I don't really think he's a. I mean, he's a starter quality player. I don't think he really needs to come off the bench. And then since Dennis Schroeder was there, and then you still got Marcus Sasser. They showed that they can win without him. That they don't really need him. He was gone for most of the year. And then the other guys stepped it up, and then you get another year of Asor and Ron Holland. So I don't really think they need him.
So it's time to trade, buddy. It's time to trade Jaden
I would
Ivey.
I would let him play like the first half of the season to get his trade value up, and then trade him at the deadline, because nobody's going to trade for him right now. He's been injured. He played okay last year, but I'll let him come back. See what he has off of injury. And if he plays well, let him go before the deadline so he can get something back in return.
Some team might trade for him. Just take a flyer on him. He's only getting 10 million. Then if it don't work out, we don't really need to sign him. If it works out, it was a good investment depending on what you trade. So I wouldn't be shocked if, like, during the offseason, some teams call and be like, "Hey, is Jaden Ivey on the market?" And then we just be like, if he is, we just take a flyer on him. Like, it just depends, especially if he is healthy because he tore his fibula. So by the time, in June, he probably should be at least fully healthy. So I wouldn't be shocked if a team took a flyer on him, because you don't want to wait to the trade deadline, because it's like, let's just say he does get traded. I mean, not if he gets traded. Let's say he plays great, then the value even goes up, and it's like, whoa, brother, we not giving you all that for him, because he probably worth. Let's just say he probably worth a second round, and then he plays like great, averages 20 points hypothetically. Now you guys want a first, and I'm not. No one's doing that. So it's like, no, I'd rather just trade for him right now, and if he's good, cool. If he's not, we didn't give up that much for him. So you just gotta see, but. I agree with what you said about Cade. I think he does have to develop his three ball. Is there anything else he needs to develop, though, in your opinion?
Other than the three, I'll probably say his post game. I mean, he has a little post game, but Cade's a big guard. So like in the playoffs, they needed easy buckets. So I would like to see him, go down in the post when he has a smaller guard on him. And work out the post like that to get you a little bit more easy buckets. But other than that, I say the most important thing is his three ball, though. That's the most important thing.
He shot 17% in the playoffs. When I saw that, I was like, damn, I didn't know it was that bad. I thought it was like 20 something. The 17% is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's been a good ball handler. He's a decent mid-range shooter. I think he's a decent mid-range shooter. He always got downhill a little bit, but maybe get downhill a little bit more. Like you said, he is 6'9". So I think that's what he needs to do better. But I think the Pistons are set up really good, bro. Like they're set up and they could potentially, maybe not this summer, but next summer, if they're good again, some star player might want to go to Detroit and play with K, because you see all the talent they got. And the Pistons, they're in a good spot. They're in a good spot to be like back great again in the East. All right. The next team we got is the Los Angeles Clippers. Obviously, the Clippers lost in the game 7 against the Denver Nuggets. And some people might say there's questions. Obviously, you sailed. I just feel like the Clippers probably could have get better. They probably were a good team. I think they just kind of didn't meet up to expectations like some people and other people. But if you're the Clippers, what is the next thing they need to do this offseason to get better?
First and foremost, go get a backup big. They don't really have a backup big, so I think they need to go get a backup big. I think they need a better bench because they barely played any bench guys besides Bogey. But other than that, I'd say just keep the team together, run it back. They did well. This year, Norman Powell, didn't play like how he was in the regular season. And I think that's because, Kawhi came back. And when Kawhi comes back, he's obviously numero uno. So you have to fall in line. And then, they played most of the season without him. So that's why Norman Powell was so aggressive. So I think that next year, Kawhi needs to, play throughout the regular season so they can all, play together and they all know their pecking order. Because like I said, when the playoffs came, Norman Powell wasn't the same Norman Powell. But yeah, I just think they need to keep the team together, go get a backup big, and get some more players for their bench.
They had a backup big. It was Drew Eubanks, and he never touched the
Come
court.
on now. Come
Hey,
on now, bro.
I'm
Drew
just
Eubanks?
saying. I'm just saying they had one.
That's not
And,
it.
and Ben Simmons was technically the backup big. We both said they was gonna use him as small ball 5. Ben Simmons might resign and be the backup center. Cause bro, it's not like a lot of like centers and backup centers, especially like nowadays. But I think honestly, first thing you need to do is just resign James Harden. James Harden had a great year. Like he was an all-star, most likely gonna make an all NBA team. I think you resign James Harden because I think James Harden he has a player option. And I think for the player option, yeah, it's 36 million. Take the playoffs away, he played way better than 36 million. He played probably at least 40 some million. So you signed James Harden to a long-term deal. You still got Kawhi Leonard for 2 more years. You still got Norman Powell for another year. Like they still kind of got this same core together. Like the only people that are like really free agents is really Nicholas Batum. Like that's it. Like and Nicholas Batum kind of played decent in the playoffs against the Nuggets, but they really don't got a lot of cap space. They don't have no picks. Like I went on Fanspo and saw it. They don't own their first round pick until 2030. They don't own their first round picks until 2030. So it's majority pick swaps and second round picks. Yeah, you could get a good guy in the second round, but it's like it's not highly that you get somebody that great in the second round, but they really don't got their pick. So I really just said like resign Harden and probably get some more scores, which is crazy because you got James, Kawhi, and Norman. I feel like they didn't have a lot of scores say to come off the bench. Like you said earlier, you had Bogdanovich, but then it's like after that, it's like who else? Like I think they were like a big team, but I don't think they really had another guard. Chris Dunn is a defensive player, but his offense stinks. It stinks really bad. And I feel like when they were out there, It's like teams just left him open, and we daring you to shoot. And they needed somebody to replace that. You need like another like shooter, like another 3-and-D type guy. Because Norman Powell really isn't a 3-and-D. He's just a scoring type guard. Derrick Jones, but his offense is iffy. Like you need a legit 3-and-D to put say in that starting lineup. And probably honestly move Norman Powell back to the bench. I wouldn't be upset if you move Norman Powell back to the bench and let him go crazy against the second unit on the team. So they just need to resign Harden. Like I said, Harden was great this year. He just whatever in the playoffs, but he just needs to play good. He needs to they just need to give him his money and he'll be all right. And for the Rockets, they lost in the first round against the Golden State Warriors. Obviously, exceeded expectations, were the second seed in the Western Conference. And now, since they are eliminated, what is the next thing the Houston Rockets need to do this offseason to get better?
Well, I've seen a lot of analysts and people say that they need to just keep the team together, but I don't agree. I think they need to go get a superstar. I think their time is low key right now, and they have a lot of pieces on that team to trade to go get a superstar. So I think they need to go get a superstar, and I think it's time for to trade Jalen Green. I think that they can get something decent back from him, or potentially get another go get KD, and use Jalen Green and Tari Eason and the rest of them, or whoever else you want to throw in that trade as trade pieces to go get KD. That's really the only thing I think they need. They just need a superstar, and it showed.
First thing, you need to see what you're gonna do with Fred. He has a $44 million team option. I don't think they're gonna accept that. I think he comes back on a team friendly deal, maybe around in a $25 million contract range or somewhat, maybe 30. I think you need to resign him because he's the veteran on that team. He played good in the playoffs. Like outside of like the first couple of games, he played really good. And another thing, they need to resign Steven Adams. I think they need to resign that dude. He played great. He played great, especially when they went to that two big lineup. He played great. I think you need to resign Steven Adams. And I agree with you. It's time to go get a star player or a superstar, whichever one. If it's the only superstars like that we know of that's for trade or free agency is really Kevin Durant or Giannis. I think KD is the best fit because I think you said it last week. You said Giannis really doesn't fit, and I kind of agree, and I definitely kind of agree with you on that. But if Kevin Durant isn't on the table, you might have to go after a Giannis or something, or low key see if the Suns really might trade Devin Booker. Then you go after Devin Booker instead of Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Devin Booker would be a good one too, because then you'll have Fred, Devin Booker, a man, and then I don't think. Well, I don't know. Do you think that they'll give up more for KD or Book?
Oh, you definitely giving up more for for Devin Booker. He's younger. You definitely give up. You definitely give up more. And then I want to say I don't have this on here. I only got the Rockets. Kevin Durant is on the last year of this deal, and Kevin Durant is still great. But at the end of the day, the man is what 36, something around there. So he's up there. And now you have to think about, okay, we trade for KD. KD's gonna want a new contract. Do we pay him? Because I don't know. I'm just thinking you probably give him that same deal Jimmy Butler got, that 2 for like 1 something, which is like 50 million a year. And I'm gonna ask you, do you think he is worth just 2 for 1 whatever for 50 something a year, especially at 36 years old?
Yeah, I mean it's KD. KD still, he still played great this season. He still showed that he can score and play at a high level. But yeah, I would give him that Jimmy Butler 2 year. and probably like a player or a team option for that third year. Because like you said, after that contract, he's 38. So yeah, I'd probably give him a 2 year with a team or a player option.
I do think because I did you see that report when they said that the Rockets are trying to trying to get a star in their core's age range because everybody's like what 23. The young core is like 23, maybe at the oldest 24. They're trying to get somebody to stay in that range. And to think about it, who is in that range that is available for trade? It's probably Devin Booker.
Yeah, that's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head.
And then y'all say Kevin Durant is 36. He don't fit the timeline, but Kevin Durant's so great. You don't care about the timeline. You trying to win now. You
Hmm.
just saw that if we just got any type of shot making offensive game, we probably win that series. And they didn't get that. If Kevin Durant replaced Kevin Durant with Jalen Green, damn near could have won. Damn near
Yeah.
could have won that series. So it's like, get Jalen Green out of there. You might have to give up Jabari, bro. I'll give him up. That's me. I give him up. I give up Jabari. Now, if you can try to put Tyree Eason in there, like you said, I'll do it. I mean, I'll put him in there, but you might have to give up Jabari. Because, like, the trade I said, it was I'm going to just hypothetically. So, Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, Reed Shepard, and you might have to give up like 3 first-round picks. Is that enough
for
Kevin Durant?
KD? For KD, I'll do it. Because like you said, it was very apparent that they needed shot making. And if they had any type of shot making, they would be in the second round right now, going against Minnesota.
I'm still hurt about that. They should have won. They should have won. That offense failed them. The offense failed them. But like I said with the Rockets, you just need to re-sign Fred on a friendly, re-sign Steven Adams. They have 14 million in cap space, and you have 14 picks and 7 in the first round. So you can use those first round picks to try to get a star. Like I said, if it ain't Kevin Durant, you could go after Giannis. Giannis is 30. And I wouldn't be shocked if they do try to go after him, especially with Milwaukee. Those reports that said that they're gonna let Giannis make the decision if he wants to go instead of them doing it. Man, don't let that man do it, bro. If you know you're not gonna do nothing, just trade the man, bro. Don't even do that. Don't even do that because you guys need. We talked about it last week. The young core is not good. It wasn't good last week when we talked about it. So if you do got a young core of Jalen Green, Reed Shepard, Jabari Smith, at least you're moving in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm the Bucks, I'll do it. And then if you are the Suns and do that, that team technically still isn't that great. I think they're okay. But Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Bradley Beal, if he's still there, Jabari Smith, Nick Richards, Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, like that team. It's a bunch of good role players, but that team ain't winning nothing. They ain't winning nothing. But it's at least somewhat competitive where you could probably fight for a play-in spot at least. But I'm going to see what the Rockets are doing. I'm still going on there. I think they do trade for Kevin Durant. I think that is what happens. And I don't know what's going to happen to Giannis, but I do think the Rockets do trade for Kevin Durant. They need this, man. All right. Let's get to these second rounds of the playoffs. We'll leave the Celtics last. We'll leave them last. Let's go in the West. Let's talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are up 1-0 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And we all know Steph Curry got hurt. Steph Curry got hurt in game 1, out for a week with a hamstring strain. You don't play about them hamstrings, but we saw that Anthony Edwards really didn't have a good game. Julius Randle didn't have a good game. Jimmy Butler wasn't the best, but he did enough. Draymond Green started out hot in the first half, and they came out with the victory. So, what is a recap of game 1, and what do you expect the rest of the way in this specific series?
I think that Steph Curry injury deflated the Warriors team. That was a big hit to them because without him, they really don't have a chance of winning this series, if I'm being honest, because even though Buddy Hield had that masterclass in the second half, I don't think he's going to replicate that the entire series. And now it's easier for the Minnesota Timberwolves to game plan now for the Warriors because now Steph's out. All you have to really worry about now is Jimmy and make everybody else a score. So I think now Ant's gonna step it up now because he's obviously they're like a wounded deer. So I think Ant's gonna be on attack mode and go mode for the rest of the series, and he's gonna play better. I think he had like 1 point in the first half or something like that, and then he stepped it up in the second. And they almost pulled out the victory, but it was just too late. But yeah, I think the Minnesota Timberwolves, they see that they are wounded and that they are deflated, and they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back with and be more hungry and more aggressive.
So, do you believe in a Buddy Hield's masterclass?
No, he's not gonna do that every game or for the rest of the series.
Hey, I seen Buddy Hield do it in Game 7, and then it comes out of nowhere and does it again in Game 1. Buddy Hield been hooping. Buddy Hield been hooping. Draymond Green. Bro, Draymond Green hit like 4 3-pointers, bro. I'm like, damn. I'm looking now. Draymond Green attempted 10. When was the last time Draymond Green attempted 10 3-pointers in a game?
I said, when's the last time he shot that most? The last time I can, off the top of my head, that he shot that many shots was that Game 7 against Cleveland.
Bro,
when he tried to bring them back and save the day, but that's the last time I really seen a Draymond that aggressive.
I want to talk about Rudy Gobert. Play like trash. Why was he getting baby by this small team? How do you have a master class against the Lakers and then don't do anything? It don't do nothing against the Warriors, bro.
He got his arch nemesis over there. He's scared he might get choked out again.
I was just about to ask, you think he chokes him out again?
He's scared he's gonna get choked out again. That's what it is. Draymond got him spooked.
I don't know. Draymond got him spooked.
Draymond got that man spooked. Because ain't no way, like you said, you have a master class the last game, then you come into this game and barely do anything. Like, that don't make no sense. They don't have a center. I mean, yeah, you got Kevon Looney, but other than that, they don't have a big. You got Post, but if I'm Rudy Gobert, I'm not scared of Post or Kevin Looney.
I need Rudy Gobert to give me like 15 and like 12 or something. Bro, the man gave you 9 points. I'm looking like, bro, what are you doing? Missing layups, not getting rebound. I'm like, bro, come on, Rudy Gobert. And then Anthony Edwards, like you said, bro, the man had 1 point. I'm like, what the heck? What are you doing? Like, what's going on? You called out, you trying to kill off the League of Legends, and you selling. What we doing? Like, Anthony Edwards, I expect Game 2 to be so much better. I think he's going to come out like super hot this game and get the Timberwolves out to a hot start. But to keep it in Game 1, I really just got to give credit to Buddy Hield and Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy Butler played an okay game. He had 20 points. But now that Steph Curry's out, I talked about in my live reaction, we're going to see now what they do without Steph Curry for a decent amount of time. And now we're going back to Jimmy Butler when he was on the Heat, when he has to get a bunch of role players and he might have to carry them to a victory now. Like, we're going to see that again. Because for the past, couple of months, we've seen Jimmy Butler as the second option. Now we're going back to first option Jimmy. And I wonder if playoff Jimmy is going to show up the rest of the way in this playoffs, especially when the Timberwolves have a really good defense.
I mean, but the difference between this Warriors team and that Heat team, Jimmy still had Tyler. He still had Bam. Now your second best player outside of Jimmy is probably AirPods?
It's Buddy Hield.
Maybe. Buddy? I'm not confident in that. I'm not confident in Buddy Hield and AirPods to give me great games. Because Curry's if he comes back within a week, he's gonna miss at least 3 games. And so by then y'all can easily go down and easily go down 3-1 or 2-1. Oh wait, no, 3 games. So yeah, 3-1. Y'all can easily go down 3-1. So
Because I think according to the schedule, let me go to it real quick. So they play tonight. Then they play what's today?
Thursday.
Today is the 8th. So they play Saturday. They play Saturday. Then they play Monday. Then they play Wednesday. Then they got this long break. They got like 4 days in between from game 5 to game 6. That's probably when that's if he does everything right, hamstring feels great. He's getting treatment around the clock. He comes back on, this is May 17th. That would be game 6 potentially, if it even gets there.
Yeah, so yeah, if they get there, they got to win a game in order to get that for that to happen.
I mean, they did win the game. They stole home court. I think a lot of people, including me, thought Steph Curry out, take advantage. I don't know why teams don't take advantage of these Steph Curry like stinkers, and the man is out. I don't know why teams just can't take advantage of that. Like, this is a goal. Like, you don't want nobody injured. You don't want that. But at the end of the day, it's a golden opportunity. The best player isn't there, and you guys let the league go away. They probably should have won that game, but they tried to turn it up late. Anthony Edwards, he played good in the fourth, but it's too late now, brother. It's too late. You should have played good in the first half, and you did it. You really did it. Let me read these first before you go. Francisco, my dog. Why so early? What's up? Gotta do something. Brother. Cause he a bum. I think he's talking about Rudy Gobert. So Halliburton overrated, huh? Halliburro. Burrow means donkey in Spanish. Going to the finals. Hey, man. Hey, man. Halliburton.
But
once we get to the East, it's gonna be bad for the Celtics. It's gonna be great for the Pacers. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, though.
But you gotta give credit to the Warriors defense. They blitzed Anthony Edwards every pick and roll and every opportunity they had. They tried to double him every single opportunity they had to get the ball out of his hands and for others to make plays. And if they're gonna continuously do that, we need Jaden McDaniels to step up. We need him to play how he played against against the Lakers. Because if Ant's getting doubled, somebody's open, and whoever's open, they need to make their shots. But yeah, you got to give credit to the Warriors defense. They played him well that first half, and then that second half, I think he was like, you know what? I don't care how they playing me. I'm gonna go out here and get buckets because we need it. And I think he needs to start off the second game like that. He needs to start off hot. He needs to start off. He needs to start off playing well.
I think we get an aggressive Julius Randle too, because he didn't have the best game. Like, 4 for 11 for 18 points, but if you take the free throws away, he really only scored 8 points. So technically, he didn't play bad, but I just praised Julius Randle earlier. Like, he was great against the Lakers, and now you have to use your dominance too. Like, this is like the Lakers and the Warriors are different teams, obviously, but they're both kind of small teams, especially with how they play. So you have to use your size as an advantage. You have to bully these guys, go down low, because if you get the switch, who are they going to switch on you? It might be Jimmy Butler one play, and depending on who's in the starting lineup, they might switch you with AirPods or Buddy Hield. Take advantage of them, bro. Like, you guys got 6'9" and 7 feet out there. Like, take advantage, because, bro, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, they got out rebounded. And the Warriors gang rebound. And I'm like, that's what you have to do when you don't really have a big on the court. Because I'm looking, Draymond Green had 8 rebounds. Jimmy Butler had 11. Buddy Hield had 8. AirPods had 8. Even Kevon Looney in his 14 minutes, 6 boards. You gang rebound when you don't have a big. And that's what you do. Because to get out rebounded, to out rebound a team that's small, and for the Timberwolves to get out rebounded by a team that's basically what? 6'7" at the tallest. That's sad. That's sorry. That can't happen. That's one of your advantages in this series is size and rebounding. And they got out rebounded in the first game. I think Jimmy Butler, in one of these games, don't know which one, we gonna get a masterclass from Jimmy Butler because we haven't gotten a masterclass from him yet. I don't know
Probably
what
one of
game.
them. Probably one of them home games. It's probably gonna be one of them home games.
Are we getting Kuminga minutes?
He should, since Curry's out now. He should definitely get some more minutes
Last game he only played 13.
because you need somebody. Jimmy Butler can't guard Ant every single possession. Now that Curry's gone, they're gonna need him offensively, and you can't put him on Ant the entire game or most of the game, or you have to put somebody that's as athletic and as big, if not bigger, than Ant to try to slow him down. So Kaminga definitely needs to play more.
You know, I didn't know Rob Dillingham was hurt, and I don't think he would play, but I think he could have not make an impact, but at least get some minutes to do something. Because I'm not gonna lie, Mike Conley is technically not giving you anything so far. Like he's not really giving you nothing. Like yesterday, he only played 22 minutes. He was 0 for 5 and had 0. Like he's giving you nothing. But the fact that you need like that type of point guard out there to orchestrate the offense and get everybody in their sets, you do need that. But at the same time, it's like, should he be out there? Because I know on Gil's Arena they was talking about some. You might
He
have
hurt?
to start Rob. Yeah, Rob is hurt.
Well, he hurt.
I don't know what he hurt. I just saw when you go to what he
High
hurt.
ankle sprain.
Damn,
Right
high?
ankle sprain. It's a grade 2.
Yeah, he gonna be out for a minute. He
They
gonna be
say
out
he's supposed to be out for a week or 2, but
when did he get hurt though? Is the question.
in the Lakers
He got hurt
game,
in the Lakers game?
yeah, he got hurt in the
Oh
Lakers
wow.
series. That's what it said.
Oh wow. Didn't know that. But yeah, on Gil's Ring, they was talking about, oh, should you starting to kill Alexander Walker or Dante DiVincenzo? I'm like, yeah, you could, but at the same time, you do probably need Mike Conley on the floor, and you do need this bench. Like they have, they only run an 8-man lineup, and you got Nikhil, Nas, and Dante. Like those 3 are key parts, and I think them staying on the bench it does something. And Nas Reed, I think the other day, I think he was probably their best player. I think he was their best player, honestly. He was their most consistent. But all I know is Ant can't give you 9 for 22. Yeah, you can say he had 14 rebounds, but at the end of the day, bro, we need you to score.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need, bro. We need you to score. And the fact that it was on, bro, that first half was just low scoring, bro. Bro, the Timberwolves only scored 31 points in a half. 31.
Yeah, that's terrible.
11
terrible.
points in the second quarter. That doomed them. Bro. If their offense does anything, they probably will. But like 99 to 88, that's unacceptable. But I was really just upset at the threes. Like, not the threes, the rebounding. There's no way you should get out rebounded by this team, bro. You had 16 turnovers, bro. They had way more assists, so you guys really weren't passing the ball. I think you guys got to do better. Like, I do have the Timberwolves winning. I think they do play better this game. I think they come out they come out hot. I think Anthony Edwards has a bounce back. Same with Julius Randle. I'm gonna call it. We get a Jaden McDaniel close to a 20-point game tonight. I think Jaden McDaniels plays really good. I'm going with that. All right, if there's nothing else, let's go on to the next team in the West. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets. The series is tied 1-1. Obviously, we saw game 1. Thunder had a big lead. Nuggets come back. Aaron Gordon hits the game-winning 3. That's all she wrote. The Nuggets still home court. But then we saw last night, it was belt to ass. The Thunder was not playing around. And they 40-pieced them guys. They scored the most points in a half with 87 points. That's pretty sad. But what do you expect the rest of the series to go in the Nuggets and the OKC Thunder?
Well, I think the Nuggets, they found something in game 1. And I think that the Oklahoma City Thunder found something as well. The Nuggets, they found that if we get Chet and Hartenstein in the foul trouble, we legit have a chance at winning this game. Um, and on top of that, the Thunder found out that if we play the defense that we know we can play, then we can beat them because they had 18. They had the Denver Nuggets had 18 turnovers that first game, and Jokic and Jamal Murray had 11 out of those 18. So if we can get your two best players to turn the ball over, we have a good chance at winning. Alex Caruso played amazing. Him and Luke Dort played amazing defense on Jamal Murray. And I think that's what they need to continuously do. And we showed in that second game that, you guys can't mess with us. Chet and Hardenstein. Chet was more aggressive this second game. And Hardenstein and Chet weren't in foul trouble, and I think that made a big difference because I think that first game they got out rebounded, and then now that second game they didn't get out rebounded. So it was like you guys, Chet and Hardenstein have to stay out of foul trouble. If they stay out of foul trouble, I think that they can beat them in 5 games, if not 6.
Yeah, game one they out rebounded them 63-43. Killed them on the rebound. Killed them. I think you said it. Nugget, like, it's crazy. The Nugget, like you said, the Nuggets had 18 turnovers. The Thunder only had 9. So they took care of the ball. They took care of the basketball, but somehow still lost. I want to ask you, did you like them fouling up 3 with like 11 seconds left? Did you like that? Because that's been the
Yeah,
story. That was the story of game one of them up 3 and then just fouling. Like, do you agree with that or disagree with that?
I'm not mad at it. I agree with it. That I feel like that was a smart thing to do. The only thing is, if Chet would have hit his free throws, they would have been up 4, and it would have been a different ball game. So even if they did hit that 3, they're still up 1, and then Shea or another one of they good free throw players goes to the line, and now they're up 3. It's like a whole different ball game. If Chet would have hit those free throws, that would have not been the narrative. The narrative wouldn't have been should you foul up 3 and things of that nature. So if Chet would have hit those 2 free throws, we would not be talking about this right now. So I'm not mad at it. I thought it was a good strategy.
I I don't have a problem with them going to the hole, dunking, getting a quick 2. I think the problem is a lot of people is what I'm seeing and hearing is why didn't you just let them play it out? You have a arguably one of the greatest defenses ever. Why you wouldn't just let them? Why you wouldn't let them just play defense? Like, I mean, we talk about it all the time. Like, their defense is great. Why do we need to foul? They're the ones down by 3, so they got and Jokic is not even in the game, so you don't even have the best player in the series on the court. So just let them play and see if they hit. Now, if they hit off that, it is what it is. I think that was a mental breakdown because I think Caruso fouled him. I think he just saw him get the ball, just grabbed him, and got a foul. So, am I upset at it? Not really. But I get it because Jokic isn't in the game, and it's like, just let your defense play it out. You guys have a great defense. Talk about Luke Dort, J-Dub, Caruso, Shea, Chet. Like, that's 5 good defenders on the court. Just let them score without Jokic. Like, they didn't take advantage of that. But to start with, hey, you think some voters thinking about, hey, man, can I get my vote back and give it to Jokic?
No, no.
Hey.
Even though he had a masterclass first game, I still don't think that after this stinker that he did last game, after that stinker that he did last game, I wouldn't want to, Now, if he would have replicated that, then yeah, I could see where you coming from. But no, I think Shea still is the MVP.
Oh no, I think he's the MVP. I'm just trolling. Oh, I mean, Jokic had a masterclass. Bro, 50 for 29, 42 points, 22 rebounds, 6 assists. I thought he was way more aggressive in the second half. I thought he was way more aggressive. And like you said, Chet and Hartstein was in foul trouble. He took advantage of that. And it's like, bro, you guys can't stop me. Like, and the good thing is this isn't Zubats. We just praised Zubats' defense on Jokic. Like, Chet and Hartenstein are the decent defenders for them as bigs, but they not Zubats. They're not big body guys, so they ain't gonna be able to just try to like stop him. Jokic's gonna get his and get serious. Now, yesterday we could throw that game away, man. They just gave up. They didn't even try to fight, bro. They didn't even try. Getting 40, giving up, first of all, giving up 87 points is embarrassing in the first half. That's embarrassing. It's like you guys didn't even want to be there. Belt to ass. Like,
to be honest, though, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, like, that's just embarrassing. Like, they didn't want to be there. It feels like we got our game, guys. We got game one. So now let's come out hot. And like you said earlier, the Thunder was like, I bet the Thunder, they was kicking themselves and was like, bro, we just let a lead go away. We let these guys come back. Aaron Gordon hits another game-winning shot. Bro, let's come out and not play with these boys. And that's exactly what they did. Bro, it was a dub after the first quarter. And I'm just thinking in my head, they might come back, but they ain't winning. And sure enough, they was down by like 30-some points at half. I'm like, yeah, this game's over, bro. There's no point of this. Just belt to ass, man. That's embarrassing.
But if the Thunder if they wanna win an NBA championship this year, Chet has to be more aggressive. Um, coming in, people were high of Chet, and Chet has not, granted he's been injured most of to start his career, but he needs to be more aggressive. He needs to be that Chet that everybody thought that he was gonna come in the league and be. And so far, he has not been that. He needs to be way more aggressive in order for this Thunder team to get them a championship this year.
I think I agree. And I can say the same thing about J-Dub. This was the same conversation that people had last year against the Mavericks. Because I think a lot of people picked the Thunder to win that series. But if you go look, Shea was the only one that played good, and Chet and J-Dub didn't play good at all. And then you look in the first game, what? J-Dub was like 5 for 20? Something like that. Like, he played terrible. And this is a guy that I didn't have as an all-star, but I think if I remember correctly, you had him in your all-star ballot, I think. So the fact that you are an all-star and people think highly of you, and you come in to the playoffs in game one in the second round and you lay an egg is unacceptable. The same thing with Chet. Unacceptable. Like, what did Chet give me? This game, I'm looking at the game, bro, Chet only gave me 12. What was you out there doing? You just out there just chilling and just getting cardio in?
Well, first and foremost, what the difference between game one and game two? Game one, they put Chet on Jokic. Granted, Hartenstein was in foul trouble, but you don't want Chet on Jokic. That's barbecue chicken all day long. And then the second game, they had Chet on Aaron Gordon, and I think that's what made a big difference because that first game, Aaron Gordon had a really good game. Now that you put Chet on Aaron Gordon, the second game, Aaron Gordon isn't the same player he was. He can't drive as freely. He can't shoot as freely because Chet is long. And even if Aaron Gordon does body Chet, since Chet is taller than him, he can recover quickly. But Chet on Jokic, if Jokic bodies Chet, they about the same height. Jokic still gonna go up. You know what I mean? So I think that was a big difference too.
A lot of people said that the foul calls were one-sided last game. That the Thunder would just get a lot of calls, and they're talking about how Jokic is getting fouled every single possession, and they're not calling it. I mean, how can you officiate Jokic? Like, he's a big guy. Like, it just depends. But
what about that first game though? The Nuggets shot more free throws than them that first game. I didn't hear nothing then.
Oh no, you didn't hear nothing. You didn't.
So that can't be an excuse. That's not an excuse, dog. They just didn't come out to play that second game, and they got outplayed that second game. That's all it was.
Listen to this. Yesterday's game, Aaron Gordon was a minus 36. Michael Porter was a minus 25. He's been so bad. First two games, he's been terrible. Jokic was a minus 36. Jamal Murray was a minus 34. Christian Braun was a minus 40. And Westbrook was a minus 30. That's just so bad, bro. And then when you look at Shea, bro, Shea was a plus 51 on the court. Plus 51. That's crazy. But now I can't really say, hey, J-Dub, you got to be more aggressive this game because you 40-pieced them. So I can't say nothing about that. But I don't think the Nuggets get blown out like this again. I don't think this happens. I think the games will be closer. Now, could the Thunder like pull away late or the Nuggets? Yeah, that could happen. But I don't expect another 40-piece. I expect in Denver that J-Dub and Chet be more aggressive. Like I said, like you said earlier, he had 15 points, 11 rebounds. He was 3 for 8. Now, next game, I expect at least 15 shot attempts. J-Dub, I expect at least close to 20, maybe like 16, 17, something around there. You guys have to be aggressive. And I said it on the live reaction. I said, if Chet and J-Dub don't play good, they're not winning. It's not going to happen. This was an anomaly game for the Nuggets that they got 40-piece. So if the game is closer and they don't play good, they could probably lose the next couple games in Denver. So those guys have to play good. They have to play better for them to win. You
I
getting
wouldn't
bailed
be
out.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder. I don't think they're gonna get 40-pieced again, but wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder 20-pieced them every other game after this, because
Wow.
if you shut down Jamal Murray, what else do the Denver Nuggets have? And they've played Jamal Murray great. The first game I think he shot like 5 for 16 or something like that. Second game he didn't really take that many shot attempts. But they're getting the ball out of his hands. They're making him take tough shots. And if you stop him, what else do the Nuggets have? You don't really have another consistent scorer besides Jokic. But so if you cut his head off, then the Nuggets are easy to beat because
Aaron
where the
Gordon.
offense going to come from?
Aaron Gordon. He been hooping. I can't lie and say he hasn't been hooping.
I think they keep Chet on him. I think Chet can keep Aaron Gordon in check for the rest of the series.
I need Aaron Gordon to baby that dude. What? Aaron Gordon, like a good 250, probably more than that, 260. And what is Chet, like 190, 200?
Yeah, he probably about 200, 215.
Man, you better go down low and baby this dude, bro.
I don't
Like,
think that's
you
going to
gotta
matter. Chet too tall, bro. Even if he shoulders him and bodies him, he still got to go through all those long arms. I don't think it's going to be that easy. Because if it was, he would have showed up second game. Why he didn't show up second game then? He showed up the first game. Yeah. He showed up the first game. Chet wasn't guarding him. Second game, Chet guarded him. He ain't show up at all.
I told you I'm like, this is an anomaly game. Like, bro, it was 45-21 after the first quarter. You damn near could say the game was over at that point, bro. Like, they came out hot, bro. Like, I don't know what you expect, bro. The Thunder, they shot 56% from the field, 91% from the free throw line. They only missed three free throws. Shea, it's surprisingly, we talk about the playoffs and how teams play physical, ain't getting foul calls. Shea got a lot of foul calls. He had 11 free throws this game. 34 points. He had a you could say a masterclass. But I think the Nuggets played better. I do think they win one of these games. I don't know which one, but I just think they played better, man. This was embarrassing. Belt to straight ass. To just get outplayed in basically every quarter is unacceptable, especially after Nikola Jokic's masterclass. I think a lot of people thought the Thunder was going to win like yesterday's game, but we thought Jokic would at least get you 20, maybe 13, and probably like 6, 7, 8 assists. He didn't give you that at all. And like you said, we need playoff Jamal Murray. Like, people are saying like a playoff riser. Like, he rises up in the playoffs. And the Thunder are a different breed, bro. If you don't rise up against them, y'all definitely losing. Like you said, probably losing 5. I picked the Thunder in 6. But if Jamal Murray don't rises up, they getting smacked, man. They definitely getting smacked.
I think the Thunder gonna win the next 3 games. I don't think Denver's getting another game.
You think they're getting another game?
I don't think they're getting another game. The defense that I've seen them play on Jamal, I don't remember my prediction. I think I had the Thunder in 5, maybe 6. But saying that even that first game, even though the Nuggets won that first game, that defense that they played on Jamal Murray was amazing. It just took that Jokic, them Chet and Hardenstein getting in foul trouble for Jokic to go crazy. If they didn't get in foul trouble, I don't think they win that first game at all. And then on top of that, the Nuggets, they got Jokic in foul trouble both games. First game he had foul 5, and then this second game he fouled out. So I think the Thunder defense is disrupting the Nuggets offense, and if they can keep playing great D, which I think they will on Jamal Murray, I don't think the Nuggets are gonna get another game.
I definitely think they get another game. I just don't know which one. They're gonna get I think they get a game at home. And then they go back to OKC 2-2. But that crowd at OKC, man, they probably got the best crowd left in the playoffs. Like, they be going crazy there. And that's an advantage for them, bro. That's an advantage. And that's why, I picked the Thunder. Well, I picked Thunder because they just got the better team, obviously. And depth does play a part still. Like, the Clippers is a different story, but these dudes ain't no joke, bro. Like, to go out there and be running like a legit, 6-7 man lineup? Like, especially when it's Westbrook and then you really just bring a Peyton Watson off the bench? That ain't it. Because Aaron Gordon is basically your backup center. And he starts. That's not ideal.
Only way they get a game is if Michael Porter Jr. shows up. That's the only way.
He's been so bad.
That's the only way they get a game.
He's been bad. He had 2 points first game and 8 points yesterday. He's been so bad. And he
does have a shoulder injury. Yeah, and it's his shooting arm. It's his shooting arm too. So
yeah, I could say that. But man, when he played against the Clippers the last couple of games, he played decent enough to help them win games. So I can't use that as an excuse. I think he's just playing trash right now. I think he's just playing straight trash. But I think Jokic bounces back. I think Jamal Murray bounces back. And they still gonna lose. I still got Thunder in 6. But I really, like I said in live reaction now, I just need J-Dub and Chet to play great. Not great, but just good. Like, I don't expect Chet to come out here and give me like 25. I'm not expecting that from him. But I am expecting to be more aggressive, like you said earlier. I'm expecting that. And hit your open threes, bro. You're going to get wide open looks for the threes, but you have to be aggressive. And the same with J-Dub. You are to some people, the second best player on this team. So I need you to step it up. And they're going to a hostile environment. Like Denver, that altitude and stuff like that, they ain't no joke. So the Nuggets got the home court. They won home court. So now they got to win one of these games on the road, which we think they will, but they got to win one of these games on the road. Then they can finish them off, man. But Thunder, great, man. They're a great team. They bounced back with a 40-piece. 149 and 106 is crazy in a playoff game. It's crazy. All right. Let me read these. The Thunder had 31 points in 6 minutes. They showed did. Jokic MVP, Jokic MVP, Jokic MVP. I don't care. Michael Porter Jr. is mentally out. Even Jokic is sick of him. Is he mentally out?
It's literally that shoulder injury. I agree. I think he is mentally out because David Alleman know he can't really play him because it probably hurts to shoot, bro. Like you said, he played decent them last couple of games against the Clippers. I mean, he had 15, 5, and 14. Like that shoulders obviously affect them. And Michael Porter Jr. is mostly a shooter. And so if your shooting arm is hurting you, like you're not gonna shoot the ball that well. I think that shoulder injury is really affecting him.
Man, he better get shot up or something, man. You better play through that, bro. Well, actually, he probably is, and it probably still hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
They do need him though. I think he is like a key part. I wouldn't say X factor, but I think they do need that 3-point
He's the
shooter.
X factor. He's the X factor, bro.
I think it's Aaron Gordon, bro. Like Aaron Gordon, can you not, bro? Can you not say you don't have to say he's like the second best player, but you can argue he's been the second best player so far in the playoffs for the Nuggets, bro. You can argue it, bro. Without him, They're probably not even here right now as we speak. Brother man
Yeah,
had 2-game winners.
yeah.
So it's like you can argue it. Like Eric Gordon has been amazing for them. But I do need
Yeah, he
Michael
been
Porter Jr. to
hooping.
play again. Oh, he been
But the
hooping.
Clippers defense versus the Thunder defense is two different things. Them two different defenses. So like the Clippers, you can low key Aaron Gordon can low key go off against the Clippers because he's bigger than most of those Clippers players. But this OKC team, they big as well. They just as big as him, if not bigger.
I
Pause.
mean, brother. I mean, brother, the Thunder defense is so great. People are saying, and I actually might agree with them, Shea Gilchrist is probably the 7th best defensive player on that team.
You second best?
7.
Oh,
7.
seventh.
7.
Let's see. Luke Dort
No
is
order.
definitely
No
number
order.
one.
No order.
Luke Dort is that. Luke Dort, Alex Caruso. What? Probably J
J-Dub.
Dub, Chet.
Casey
Um,
Wallace.
yeah, I think Kason. Yeah, I think Kason was a better defender than Shea. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
Hartenstein to an extent. Like, that's
yeah.
how great their defense is. That the best player who is a good defender is the 7 best defender on the team. That's how great the
hmm
defense is. So this is no joke. But let's move on to the Eastern Conference. Let's talk about the Indiana Pacers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Indiana Pacers have shocked the world. They are up 2-0 in the series against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, the Cavs in game one didn't have Darius Garland out with a toe injury. It was a tight game. Pacers had the lead up early, let the lead get away, but it was kind of close throughout. Pacers come up with the victory. Then in game two, the Cavs were basically in control of the majority of the game without Evan Mobley, DeAndre Hunter, Darius Garland. And the Pacers come up clutch, scored another, was down 7 points in 47 seconds left. Tyrese Halliburton hits the game-winning shot. Now they're up 2-0. What is your reaction to this series, and what do you expect the rest of the way?
Well, first and foremost, the Cavs that game one, they let them shoot 53% from three. I think that the Cavs they came in there cocky, and were like, you know what, we gonna beat them anyways. Cause like, bro, letting the team shoot 53% from three is ridiculous. That's why they were in the game and up most of the game. The Pacers, they were up most of the game because they shot 53% from three. Every time they shot a three, nobody closed out. Everybody was just looking. It was like they was praying for them to miss. And then on top of that, the Cavs couldn't hit anything from three. And then that first game, they picked on Jared Allen in the pick and roll almost every single time in the fourth quarter. And Jared Allen, who's a good defender, he's not the best on ball defender, but he's pretty good on ball. And he wasn't really playing aggressively on defense like on ball. He was playing soft, like he was letting them shoot jumpers and trying to contest late. And you can't do that with this Pacer teams because they're like the Celtics. They like to get up and run and get up a lot of threes. So you can't do that. And so that's why they lost that first game. That second game, they played the three ball better. The Pacers shot 39% from three. Jared Allen played better in the pick and roll, and he played better one-on-one defense that game. And they let Donovan Mitchell and Max Strus good game go to waste. I know you guys didn't have DeAndre Hunter and Evan Mobley and Darius Garland, but your guys were up 20, and you let them come back. Ty Jerome played terrible. He played terrible that game. And the reason why they end up winning that game is because they pressed in like I'm gonna say like the last 5-6 minutes, they started full court pressing. And the Cavs guards act like they didn't know how to break a full court press, bro. Granted, Donovan Mitchell was tired. So he wasn't trying to go get the ball and then try to bring the ball up because that's a lot of energy you wasting trying to break a full court press. And give credit to Tyrese Halliburton. You know, he hit a big shot. I don't get why you guys are up two. Cavs are up two. With what was like 40 something seconds left. First off, you guys didn't box out to get a rebound because if
No,
they
they
would
was
have
up
boxed
7.
out
Up
Aaron,
7. That was up
it was up
7.
seven with like 40 seconds left. You let Aaron Nesmith come in and dunk the ball off a free throw. If you box out, get that rebound, you might win that game. You might win that game. They didn't let that happen. Then you let Tyrese Halliburton get his own rebound off a missed free throw. That's unacceptable. And then you guys are up two. Tyrese Halliburton, I think, Ty Jerome was guarding Tyrese Halliburton. You up two. Why aren't you playing him to drive? You're like Ty Jerome was like he was playing him not close, but he was close, but he wasn't close enough. You take away that three. A three wins them the game. If you take away that three, you send him to drive into the hole with Jarrett Allen. Even if he gets fouled and if he scores, he gets fouled, you guys a tie game now. You guys go into OT. You guys could potentially win now. But Ty Jerome, let him shoot that three. That man has one move, a step back going left, and you let him get to his move, and he hit. Granted, Tyrese Halliburton, he did his job. He hit that game winner, and he got his team up 2-0. But you can't let that happen again in game 3. You can't let this happen again. Y'all gave away that game. Ain't no way you up 7 with 45 seconds left and lose. That's unacceptable, dog. And it showed that they needed Darius Garland. Because if Darius Garland is there, he's breaking that press easily. Because like I said, they pressed them for the last 5-6 minutes, and that's how they got back into the ball game. Because they created turnovers off that press. Donovan Mitchell got an offensive foul. If Darius Garland was there, none of that would have happened. None of that.
So game 1, I thought game 1 was just offense, just straight offense. Like if you saw at the beginning of the game, nobody could stop each other. Like no one couldn't stop each other. I'm like, damn, where's the defense at? Like everybody's just scoring. You know, Tyrese Halliburton has a good game, really good game in game 1. Nembhard had a good game. Ben Mathurin had a decent game. I feel like everybody on the Cavs had a good game. But if I had to choose, like in game 1, I kind of blame Donovan Mitchell. Because if you look, he was shot chucking like crazy, bro. Like he was overly shot chucking. And I know, and I bet you, me and you both, when we was watching that game, was like, bro, just drive to the hole. Just drive, bro. Like, get to the rack. They can't guard you one-on-one. They literally have no defender on that court to basically stop you. Just drive. You're going to get fouled. In that first game, he was 13 for 30, 1 from 11 from 3. Knowing we're going to talk about the Celtics in a minute with threes. But if you know your 3 ball isn't falling at that moment, just keep driving, bro. They can't guard you. And like you said, Jarrett Allen didn't have a good game. Ty Jerome, decent game in game 1. Like he's basically your second best offensive scorer, honestly, without Darius Garland, DeAndre Hunter, thumb messed up, or whatever it is. And Evan Mobley gave you a good game on a messed up ankle. Like y'all needed that game, but I think I ain't gonna say choke, but they kind of sold down the stretch in game 1. But like you said, if you letting the team shoot 93% from the free throw line, 52% from 3, which is crazy, 50% from the field, you're going to lose. It's going to happen. And you look at the Cavs were 9 for 38. That's a Celtics type of game. 9 for 38 from 3. You ain't winning. It's not going to happen. 45% from the field. You're not winning. It's not going to happen. They probably should have won that game because it was nip and tuck, but they blew that game. Then here we go in game 2. I'm not you, but other people are going to say, well, they didn't have Darius Garland, DeAndre Hunter, and Evan Mobley. They didn't need them when they was up by 20,
that
though.
did not matter. Yeah, I was going to say that did not matter because they was up by 20.
Exactly, so we can't use that excuse. You thinking the Cavs are in control. Bro, I saw Max Strus do a dunk I ain't never seen him do. He did something I ain't never seen his man do. Once I saw him just dunk the ball, bro, he took flight. It was like a 2K animation dunk. I'm like, when could he do this? When can he do this? He does that. Donovan Mitchell being overly aggressive. I thought he played great. I thought Donovan Mitchell played great this game, except for the last minute left.
He was tired.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got no choice. And then Ty Jerome, trash, gave you 2 points. What are you doing? Bro, you were a 6th Man of the Year candidate. So that's how highly we think of you. You played really bad, and they needed your scoring. they don't have really another scorer because Max Strus had a really good game. I think he was still a negative though, but points wise, thought he played pretty good. I thought he played really good that game. But the fact that you give up a 7-point lead again to the Pacers with 40 seconds left, like what? They said this the second time that 40 points that you give up a 7-point lead with 40 seconds left? Bro, no, this is the third time in history. Bro, the last 2 times just happened in a week span by the Pacers. You guys choke. It's simple. You guys choke. Like you said, Donovan Mitchell boxes out Aaron Nesmith. Let him get a tip dunk. Whatever. Donovan Mitchell basically elbows Nesmith because they pressing. Offensive foul. Whatever. Score. You're down by 3. Max Strus. For some reason, they couldn't just inbound the ball correctly. Like, it was just terrible. Throws a dumb pass. Tyrese Halliburton gets the ball, lays it up.
Didn't they have a timeout too? Did they have a timeout? I think they had like the Cavs when Max Strus threw that turnover. I think they had like at least I want to say 2, but I think they had a timeout.
Did they have a timeout? Did they? I don't know. I could look though, but whatever. Tyrese Halliburton goes to the hole, misses a free throw. There you go. He misses the free throw. So now all you guys got to do is grab the ball. You get fouled. You go up. You hit your free throws. Game's over. You guys couldn't grab the rebound. Let Tyrese Halliburton go one-on-one. He games you guys. And then people were saying he was overrated in the freaking arena. He ain't overrated. That's just me though. He showed up when they needed him the most. But the Cavs, I think this was just a choke job in game 2. It's just a choke job. Now, just like the Celtics, you guys are down 0-2, and we still don't know the status of Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Hunter. I think Darius Garland was gonna be out this long. Like, I'm like, okay, you rest him against the Heat. It's the Heat. Like, we know they trash. So you rest him there. Bro, they had like a week off, and you still can't play? Like, this toe injury is worse than we thought if he still can't play and probably can't practice. And I didn't think the Evan Mobley ankle injury was that bad. I'm like, wow, they talk about he questionable. I'm like, what? I'm like, what happened? And he couldn't play. I'm like, bro, you need that. That's a defensive player of the year right there. Like, he makes a big difference in that game if he's there. But they didn't have him.
Probably would have got that rebound if he was playing.
He probably could have got that rebound.
But first and foremost, for the rest of the Cavs still have a chance to beat the Pacers even without them. The thing is, you can't let Aaron Nesmith get 23 points. You know, that's a big reason why they won that second game, because Pascal Siakam didn't have a good game. You let Miles Turner go crazy, but Aaron Nesmith, you cannot let that man score 23 points or 20, whatever he had. That's a big reason why they won. He made big plays at the end of the game. He hit big shots, got big defensive stops. You can't let Aaron Nesmith go out there and give you a dub, because even though Tyrese Halliburton hit that game winner, he didn't have the best of games. I think he shot like 7 for 11, but they was taking the ball out of his hands. He wasn't that aggressive. And you have to take advantage of that.
They didn't have a timeout when they threw that turnover. They did not have a timeout.
So that's why he threw that dumb pass, because it's probably going to be a 5-second call. But I would have rather you got the 5-second call than throw that turnover. That turnover led to a score.
Actually, it wasn't a 5-second. It wasn't. I'm looking at the video.
No, I'm saying I would have rather him got a 5-second call, because if he would have got that 5-second call, that would allow them to set up their defense, because he threw that bad pass and it led to them scoring. But if you would have got that 5-second call, at least your defense has a chance to set up and you could potentially get a stop.
It's crazy how you always talk about, and people just in general, they said Tyrese Halliburton got one move. But somehow he be getting past people. I don't know how he be getting past people. He just when he gets it's like when he just gets this tall guy. I don't know why they just keep switching, bro. We know what's gonna happen, bro. If you put a big on him, he's gonna get by the big, bro. Giannis ain't technically a big, but we saw it in the Bucks series. when they had Giannis 1-on-1, Tyrese Halliburton was just going past Giannis left to right. And that probably because Giannis was tired, probably. He played damn near the whole game. But every time he just has a big on him, he could just easily get past you, man. Like, the Cavs, I'm not going to say this series is over because they can easily win a game there. And I know it's bad, but on the bright side, you can say, hey, we didn't have 3 key players and we damn near was winning, blowing y'all out the whole game. So as we don't choke, we damn near, this series is tied 1-1, then we think it differently.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have to think of it. Then if Darius Garland or DeAndre Hill or Evan Mobley comes back, we probably know we're better than you guys. So we can have a chance to win. So that's the only bright spot you can think of. But just like the Celtics, just like the Cavs, did not expect them to go down 2-0. I thought they would at least split. I'm sorry, Tyrese Halliburton, that I betrayed you. I'm so sorry, brother. I'm so sorry. I picked the Cavs. I'm staying with my pick, Cavs in 6. But I'm so sorry I betrayed you, brother. I'm so sorry. Tyrese Halliburton FC, we are fucking up right now. We're up. All these people talk about he's mid and he's overrated. He can't do anything.
Yeah, go ahead. Pop it right now. You can pop it right now.
Yeah,
you can pop it right now. He's playing good right now. You can pop it.
Hey, man, look. I do what Tyrese Halliburton to do. I just wanted to show the whole world that the man can hoop. Because all you haters.
No one said he couldn't hoop. He just not no superstar.
I would say the people in the group chat, but those guys are irrelevant. People keep saying he ain't like that. He don't do nothing. The man is clutch. Damn near clutching to Jalen Brunson. I don't know if you saw that stat.
I don't know about that one, dog.
Hey, he has the highest field goal percentage to tie or take the lead in the final 2 minutes and 2 minutes of a game in the fourth and overtime. He's 10 for 11 with 90%. Jalen Brunson is only 51%. I'm just saying. Tyrese Halliburton. That's a bad man right there. You know?
So can he be your best player on a championship team then? Since he's a superstar like you say he is?
Can he be the best player on my championship team? If you put the right pieces around him, yes. Yes. Put the right pieces around him. But I've always
he got the right pieces around him right now.
Well, hypothetically, let's just say they faced the Knicks in the conference finals. I'm already telling you now, I'm picking pitchers anyway. But let's just say they hypothetically beat them. Could they beat the Nuggets, Timberwolves, Warriors, Thunder? I think they could be any of those 3s outside of the Thunder. They could be any of those other 3 teams. And I think he'll show up.
Not gonna lie, I think the Pacers are going to dog. Y'all playing good right now, but y'all not going to the finals, dog.
No, you know what? Keep saying that because you've been on them this whole playoffs. Just keep talking your shit about them. Keep it. Keep saying it. Because I swear to God, you said Tyrese was mid right before the second round. Ain't mid.
He still is.
I don't see how.
Still is. He's playing good right now, but that doesn't take away from the fact that that's like Daniel saying Jason Tatum isn't a top 5 player. Jason Tatum's a top 5 player. He's just playing bad right now. Tyrese Halliburton is still mid. He's just playing good right now. That's all it is. He's playing good.
First of all, referencing Daniel was just like, why are we referencing him, bro? He's irrelevant. That guy's irrelevant. He don't even watch. Tyrese Halliburton isn't mid. He's a very good basketball player. He's been very good this whole majority of this year. We're being honest. He's been very good majority of the year. Outside before the All-Star break, yes, you can say he wasn't playing good. But after the All-Star break, he was playing like an All-Star type player. He was. And he's keeping that going against the Bucks. Walk them little lame-ass niggas down. They trash. Walk them down. Now he walking down the damn Cavs. You told me Nembhard wasn't gonna have these fake games. Neesmith wasn't gonna have
What
these
he do
fake
game
games.
two? What he
Who?
do game two?
Nembhard?
Nembhard, nothing.
Oh, he
He
was
did
okay.
nothing.
He was okay. He was okay. You told me Neesmith was gonna have these good games. Been damn near like they third best player. This team is good. Like, I don't know why. This team is good. And I've always said, even in the Bucks series, no one has to play great. You don't need superstar basketball for this team to win. This team is totally different from the Cavs, at least without Darius Garland and Mobley. Donovan Mitchell has to play great. He has to play superstar basketball for them to even have a chance of winning. Tyrese Halliburton don't gotta damn near drop 30, 85 points a night. He can drop damn near 17 and they still win the game because he got too many scores around him. They got about 6 people that's averaging double digits. So it's like, this team is good. They damn near might go to the conference finals. But I do think the Cavs, we don't know what's the status of Garland or Mobley. Have you heard anything about them?
Nah, just the fact that they still questionable.
They still questionable?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think one of them or all of them play? What do you think?
I think if I had to pick, I think Mobley and Hunter plays. I don't know how bad that toe. I don't even know what toe it is for Darius Garland. It either got to be his big toe or his small toe, because those are two most important toes. And then for him to stop on a dime and the way he plays, so I don't know how serious that toe injury is, but I think Evan Mobley and Hunter plays this next game. But the thing is, with the Pacers, bro, you can't let them, even though they didn't score a lot of fast break points, they still pushing the ball up pretty fast and they're making the Cavs scramble on defense. You have to slow this game down. Because the Pacers have a terrible half court offense. So in order to you have to slow them down because they like getting in transition. That's how they came back in game 2. They had a lot of transition buckets late. Ben Mathurin, Obi Toppin started off with a fast break dunk. Ben Mathurin had like a fast break layup. Siakam got one. Like, you can't give up those type of points that late in the fourth quarter. You have to slow them down. You have to keep them in the half court.
It just says sprained left toe. That's it. Just a sprained left toe. So I don't know if it's a big toe, little toe. I don't know. But it's just a sprained left toe. You know, Gilbert Arenas and them said, like, they said they should have played. They was getting on them guys for not playing in, say, a playoff game. Do you agree with that? That they should have just fought through it and just played? Especially when you're down 0-0-1.
Evan Mobley, I can see. Evan Mobley and Hunter, because I think, what was Hunter's injury?
A thumb. I think they say he dislocated it. They probably put it back in place or whatever, but it was a thumb. It was his thumb.
With Evan Mobley, yes, I think he should have played. I think that unless that ankle sprain is like a grade 2 or something like that, I think Evan Mobley should have played. Now, Darius Garland, I don't think that toe, depending on how bad that toe is, I don't think he should have played because his game is stopping on the dime. He's not like Shea, but like as far as like stopping on the dime and herky jerky, that's Darius Garland's game. So, if your toe's messed up, you're not gonna be able to stop on a dime like that. You're not gonna be able to be as effective as you would be. You know what I mean? If your toe was healthy. So, Evan Mobley, I thought should have played for sure.
I didn't even really see the play, honestly. Then they showed it. I mean, people's bodies are different. I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad to miss a game, but the good thing is they had 2 days off. So they had yesterday was Wednesday. They got today off, so they play tomorrow. So let's see if they recover enough to play tomorrow because, bro, you're down 2-0. Like, tomorrow is basically your season. If you lose tomorrow, 1, 2, 3 Cancun. 1, 2, 3 Cancun, man. Like, I don't see them coming back and winning 3 straight, but you do need them. Like, DeAndre Hunter, to some, was like a 6-man a year candidate, and you guys missed him. You miss Ed Mobley, obviously. offensive game has evolved. The best defender in the league. You miss Garland. Had a bounce back year from last year. One of the best young guards in the league. You missed that. Like, Donovan Mitchell can only do so much. And he showed like, hey, I could go out here and drop 30, 40 if I want to, but I need help. And I thought he did kind of have the help yesterday. You talked about it. Jared Allen played way better than game one. Max Strus had 22, and you still lost and choked the lead away. So if y'all could just play defense, make the right plays on defense, get them good defensive stops, they probably could win. I expect another fast-paced game because, like, I think these two teams are like top 5 in pace or like top 10 in pace. So we talk about it all the time, man. It's gonna be up and down, up and down. Like half court, we ain't gonna really see all that. It's just everybody wants to get on the fast break and then transition. You know, so we're gonna see a lot more offense from these two teams. It's just who can make them key stops and who ain't gonna turn the ball over, like we saw with the Cavs. Like you said, bro, turning the ball over like almost 3 times in the last like minute or so is crazy. That's sad. It's not good coaching. They got to do better. Let's talk about the last game. It hurts my heart. Let's talk about the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are up 2-0 in this series. They have come back from 20-point deficits in both games. Jason Tatum has not played good at all. Jaylen Brown has not played good at all either. But when you're the best player, you have to show up. But give the Knicks credit. They have shown up and come back from these deficits. But what do you think about the Knicks being up 2-0? And what do you expect the rest of the way of this series?
Now, I know that we're not always right and that we can't get every take right. But I'm going to need you to start holding yourself accountable, dog. Because when I got some bad takes, you be on my ass saying my takes was wrong and shit like that, right? You said that the Knicks couldn't do anything defensively with the Celtics. They couldn't hold a candle to them offensively. And these first 2 games, you were wrong, big dog. The Knicks played amazing defense to let them come back. They kept up with them offensively. And now they up 2-0. You said that the Boston Celtics was going to belt the ass because the Knicks ain't won not one game against a top 5 team in the NBA. That's came out your mouth. You said OG, Mikal Bridges wasn't going to do nothing because it's all Jalen Brunson and Cat. And these first 2 games, OG went crazy the first game, and Mikal Bridges had a masterclass in the fourth quarter to lead them back. And he got 2 good stops on Jason Tatum, yo boy, and Jaylen Brown. So I'm going to need you to start holding yourself accountable and saying you were wrong on your takes too, just like you do with me when my takes be wrong. Now, let's get into the game. The Celtics, I told you, they could be beaten. If they keep chucking these threes like that and missing these threes, they're very beatable. But you said that did not matter. Obviously, it does. You missed 45 threes the first game. You missed 30 threes the second game. That's a big fucking difference. You missing that many threes, you could be beaten any given night. Your boy Jason Tatum, first game, shot 7 threes in the fourth quarter out of 8 shots. That's terrible. Like you said against the Timberwolves and the Lakers and the Warriors, you have size. Use that to your advantage. Jason Tatum, you're 6'9", 250 pounds. This is why people call you soft, dog. You're taking 7 threes in the fourth quarter when you guys are up. You need a basket. Drive to the hole, get some fouls, go to the free throw line, hit your free throws. It's a different ball game, dog. Why are you settling for 7 threes? You're the best player on the floor. Why are you going to stand in the corner and letting Jaylen Brown go to work? You're the best player on that team. Go get the ball. Go make a play. He did not do that. First game, OG led that comeback in the third quarter, hit 2 big threes. Him and Josh Hart, Josh Hart has been amazing for the Knicks. He showed up last night. He showed up the first game. And Bridges has played terrible quarters 1 through 3. But the fourth quarter, miraculously, this man just comes alive. And then game 2, Jalen Brunson didn't even play that well. You guys couldn't even take advantage of that. I need the Celtics and I need Jason Tatum to stop settling for threes and attack the basket. Granted, Porzingis didn't play that many minutes the first or the second game, but that does not matter. You told me they were the better team. It don't look like it these first two games at all. So all I'm saying is, dog, keep that same energy how you keep it with me, dog. That's all I'm saying. Take accountability. That's all I'm asking, dog.
I got a question. Is it more Knicks defense the entire game, or is it just the Celtics just bricking everything? Which one is more?
Your boy Jason Tatum played terrible. How much did he have last game?
Okay, but
and the first game he played terrible.
Answer the question.
It's the Knicks defense. It's the Knicks defense.
I don't think it's the Knicks defense. I think people. I think they are
that bad. Why
I think they are?
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum had terrible games.
I don't think,
or that's not the Knicks defense.
I don't think it's the Knicks defense majority of the time of them. I think they are just bricking. I think they are literally just bricking hella threes. Again, I did say that. But I can also say that the Celtics have basically 90% of these two games have been the better team. It's just when it comes to the fourth quarter, miraculously, they can't hit anything. They're settling for three-pointers. There are times when they were open and they just miss. And again, I agree with you. And I said it on my live reaction the other day. Jason Tatum needs to go more to the hole. He doesn't do that. That's just him. You have to expect that. I don't know why we're acting shocked. He's been like that for like the past, 3 years? He's going to take a step back three. It's going to happen. Jaylen Brown, he's good. He ain't doing nothing either. No one has played great, but the person who has played the worst has been Jason Tatum. Brother, the man, he had 2 points in the first half and then only ended, what he scored 9? Bro, he didn't score in the fourth quarter into that dunk. And that was 20-some seconds left? So he didn't even score that whole entire fourth quarter. That's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. And the fact is, in game one, Jaylen Brown said at the podium, he basically just said, this not verbatim, but he basically just said, if we basically hit our threes like that, we damn near win the game. You guys did it. But I do think if they do at least hit their threes, they probably do win that game. But I can't take away from the Knicks, who I've just been playing, I would say, good defense in the fourth quarter only, and has stepped it up in the fourth. They have been really good. Mikal Bridges, like you said, has not been good. He turned up yesterday in the fourth, and I said that was the key. That led the comeback, bro, because Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson were both on the bench, and they let Mikal Bridges do whatever. Mikal Bridges scored the first 9 points on the Knicks. I'm like, damn, they just letting this man just do whatever he wants. But honestly, no one has played good. It is because they're hitting threes, and I see a lot of people, not you, but just analysts saying, man, they need to make adjustments. They need to not hit all these threes. And I'm like, brother, we're criticizing them now. Now, this is now. They just won the championship by just jacking up threes all day. Now that they've missed 2 games, now it's like, you guys need to stop jacking up threes. I don't think that's the problem. I think why people are getting on them is just the fact that they've just blown 20-point leads. And to blow 20-point leads is just unacceptable. And the fact that every time I see Jalen Brunson shoot, I'd be like, damn, this man gonna hit. I feel like every time he shoots the basketball, it's gonna go in. It's gonna go in. He's a clutch player for a reason. And I think Cat deserves a lot of credit for yesterday, because first game, he was trash and he was in foul trouble. But yesterday, he turned up. He played really good for them. But I think just collapse again, because if I recall, they was on a 21-2 run at one point. I don't think that was really defense majority of that run. I think that was just breaking. I'm giving the Knicks credit on their defense, but you're basically telling me that it was like the Knicks defense majority of that time, and I don't think that's just true. I think they were just breaking.
They forced them to 17 turnovers. 14 the first game and 17 the second game. How was that not defense? They scored off of that. That's the Knicks defense. What do you mean? They're forcing them to 17 and 14 turnovers. How is that not their defense? Those turnovers led to those comebacks. How is that not their defense?
Okay. Did you not hear what I said? Did you not hear what I said? What did I say? What did
First
I
off,
say?
the Celtics took the Orlando Magic to 5 games, so you can't use that they were tired. You can't use that they are exhausted and none of that. So them breaking their shots, that's the Knicks defense. The Knicks, you making it seem like the Celtics had 20 wide open threes and they just bricked all of them. No, the Knicks played good defense on those threes.
Okay.
Those threes, they got offensive rebounds, kicked it back out, and then they bricked those. But for the first part of that first shot, those were good defenses on their threes. Okay. If the Celtics is such a great offensive team, like you say he is, why the hell are they missing 45 threes?
I don't know.
100 threes in 2 games and only hit 25.
I don't know. I don't think it's their defense. I don't think it's majority of the defense. That's what you're trying to tell me. I think it's a combination of the Knicks defense and them just breaking every single thing. Like yesterday, after Derek White got off that little ghost screen, he was wide open. That wasn't the Knicks defense. Niggas just break. Not done.
When he got that ball back, what did he do? They closed out and he missed again.
I wasn't done. Jason Tatum, wide open 3 in the corner. That was not the Knicks defense. That's a brick. They missed a lot of wide open shots. They're not getting good. No, take that back. They are making it harder for themselves. I do believe, again, I'm going to say this again. The Knicks defense was a reason, but to tell me if it was 70% of the Knicks defense, I don't believe that at all. I think it was more of them just missing their open shots. That's all I'm saying. I'm giving the Knicks credit on their defense. But the Celtics are just missing right now. What has been their golden thing all year and what made them be champions is not falling for them. And another thing, before you go, the Knicks haven't played good either, and they have come out with victories. Jalen Brunson hasn't been Jalen Brunson. They haven't played their best basketball. And if I'm the Celtics, I'm not like scared, but I'm concerned like, bro, we're playing against a team that beat us twice, and they haven't even played at their best. We haven't played our best, and they haven't played at their best. So I'm a little concerned because Jalen Brunson's going to step it up. It's going to happen. It's going to be a game when Cat and Jalen Brunson both go off. And then if the Celtics can't hit their threes, I don't know what they're going to do. They're probably going to lose. But if I blame in a person, Jason, it starts with him. You are the best player. You have to play so much better. You can't give me 19 points or whatever the hell you had yesterday. You can't do that. I got it right here. In the fourth quarter, these 2 games, 6 points. 6 points. 1 for 11. You have been trash in the fourth quarter, brother. 21 true shooting. That's unacceptable. And you're getting all the blame, and you deserve all the blame. But again, Knicks defense, giving them credit. I just don't think that is the main reason why. I think it's just them breaking every damn thing they shoot. That's all I'm saying, brother. That's all I'm saying. You can go.
I'm disagreeing with you. Ain't no way these are your 2 best players, and you telling me the reason why they not doing anything is because they're just missing shots. Hell no. Jason Tatum shot 5 from 19. First off, he wasn't even aggressive last night. He shot 19 shots. You tell me that's not a part of defense? First game, he's 7 for 23. You tell me that's not majority of the Knicks defense? Jaylen Brown, the closer for them, obviously, because this man is just going to go stand in the corner in the fourth quarter. 8 for 23 last game. The game before that, 7 for 20. You telling me it's just them missing shots? No, it's their defense. You said that their defense was so trash, they wasn't going to do nothing. You said that out your... Remember all that shit you was doing? Your fucking wrong, dog. That's their fucking defense.
And I
majority defense, not just them missing shots.
And I don't agree. I don't agree. I just don't agree.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. How am I wrong? I don't think
you are. I just told you how you was wrong.
Okay. All right, brother. I swear there was a stat that they had a lot of wide open threes in game 1. According to the stats, they had a lot of wide open threes. They just missed. That's what I'm saying. I don't think main reason defense. Okay, I'm just asking you. So what would you grade it? So you're saying it's 100% defense? Like, or just them bricking? Like, what percentage is for both?
I'm not going to put a percentage on it, but the Celtics, I agree. They have missed wide open shots. They have. But I think majority of it is the Knicks defense. Because obviously we've seen how to beat the Celtics. Like I told you earlier in the season, the Thunder gave the game plan. And you said, no, that wasn't the blueprint. That wasn't the blueprint. And we all can agree that the Knicks don't have a great defense like the Thunder. The Thunder have, but obviously the Thunder, they showed us something, and the Knicks are following that game plan. I told you Tom Thibodeau was going to look at that during the playoffs, and he was going to follow that game plan. And you said, no, he's not, because Tom Thibodeau doesn't know how to make adjustments and all that shit you were saying. But now, look, the Knicks are up 2-0, and Jalen Brunson has not played that good these first 2 games. Cat didn't play good that first game, but yet they somehow up 2-0. Your team gave up two blowouts. Granted, I got the Celtics winning too, but I'm just saying, dog, you got to get the Knicks more credit than what the hell did you give them.
I did give them credit. What are you talking about? I did.
Give them more credit than what you're giving them.
I'm not giving them more credit because
you're basically saying that the Celtics are just they lost both of these games because they're missing shots. How about their defense? They didn't stop the Knicks from scoring on that comeback, did they? No, they didn't. Because they had to erase the lead some way, somehow. So talk about that. Why the Celtics defense is so ass? Because you said they were an amazing defensive team as well. But yeah, I can't tell. You let these 20-point leads get erased.
I actually think the Celtics defense has been pretty good. I just think the Knicks have been bad too. I think both teams have been. Look at this. This is basically what it is. The Celtics have been basically decent in the first half of the game, and the Knicks have only been good in the last 4 minutes of the game, which has mattered the most because that's how they've been blowing the leads. All I said, brother, if I had to give a percentage, I'm going to say it again, and you could disagree, that's fine. I think it's more of the Celtics bricking than it's just this Knicks great-ass defense, which I don't think that's the reason why. I think they're just missing a lot of threes and missing a lot of easy twos. Like, that's just what I think. Like, I'll say this. On that last possession, was that last night, I think? I say Jalen Brunson played a good defense right there on Jaylen Brown when he tried to do a pull-up jump shot. He missed. I thought that was great defense. But the Derek White little layup, that's just a miss. That's not defense. That's just a miss. I just think that they just been bricking. And the thing that's been saving them forever ain't falling for them. That's just it. And it's just bad luck right now. They can't hit shit. Like, they can't hit anything.
What about Mikal Bridges D'ing up Jaylen Brown ass most of the game?
That
first game.
Was great
defense. What about OG and Mikal Bridges locking Jason Tatum ass up for the last possession of the game? What about that? That's just them missing too, right?
First of all, I never said nothing about those. I didn't even bring that up. I thought those were great defensive plays. Mikal Bridges last game in the early fourth quarter and basically stopped Jason Tatum from passing the ball and stealing the ball. That was great defense. I do believe that. And the same in game 1 with Jaylen Brown stealing the ball. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't even know what they was trying to do. Yes, and he ripped the ball. Great defense. I think Mikal Bridges late in the fourth has played good defense. I actually think the Knicks overall have played good defense, say, in the fourth quarter. But to say that they've been playing defense majority of the game, I just don't think that's true. I don't think I've given them defense for them quarters, but I think it's just more of them just breaking. But at the same time, You guys are too good, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, to just be having stickers. This is just terrible. Yes, if you want to say Jaylen Brown, Derek White's been better than him, that's fine. But nobody on that team ain't playing good. And Porzingis, they talking about he got this illness that he basically just fatigued, and that's why he's not playing a lot. I said it in my reaction. They need him. Cause am I tripping? I'm not trying. I'm not. Yo, you can disagree or what, but when Porzingis had like 8 points straight, I think that was in the third quarter. I think he should have stayed in the game. But they took him out for Oden's Al Horford. What is he gonna do now? Because Cat was bullying him. And I'm giving Cat credit. He got down on the block and was killing. He was killing. Like, that's the Cat I think a lot of people be talking about that want him to be aggressive. Because how many threes did Cat take yesterday? How many threes did he take?
Cat
Tatum sucks.
took one.
Right now
he
does.
took one. He took one three. The last two games, he took 2 threes combined.
Well, foul trouble game one, but it is. That's what people wanted. They want him to get down low. So I'm giving Cat credit. But again, I think they're playing decent defense on Jalen Brunson. It's just when the fourth quarter start, he can't miss. He can't miss. And I think the Knicks are looking like, man, we know it. We're down with y'all. Y'all just gonna choke and blow the lead. All we got to do is just turn up. Because the Celtics have been better than them through 3 quarters. It's just the last 6 minutes of the game. They be sucked. I don't know what's going on. It just happens. It just happens.
Well, first and foremost, I mean, I still got the Celtics winning. But that game, too, Joe Mazzulla should have put Kristaps Porzingis back in the game with at least 3 minutes, 5 minutes. He should have put him back in the game because they needed offensive badly. They could not score. So he should have definitely, but I understand he has his respiratory illness, whatever like that. But the last 2-3 minutes of the game, he could have played the last 2-3 minutes of the game. You should have put him back in the game instead of Al Horford. But if the Celtics want to win this series, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they have to drive the basketball more. You have to drive the basketball more. The entire team has to drive the basketball more. Granted, Jason Tatum took 5 threes last night, but he wasn't as aggressive as he should have been. He only took 19 shots. He only attempted 2 free throws. So that free throw number has to go up. You have to give me at least 10 or more free throws every game. Jaylen Brown, he attempted 4 free throws and 10 the first game. 4 last night and then 10 the game 1. But you guys have to drive the basketball. You have to get them in foul trouble. You have to. That's the only way you guys are gonna win. You settling for threes, it's not gonna win. And on top, I understand that's how you won your championship last year, but you can't keep doing the same thing year after year. You have a whole 2 years worth of tape of this offense that you guys are running. You can't keep doing that. That's the reason why the Warriors offense, the Warriors changed up their offense because they were doing the same offense for so long, it wasn't working anymore. You have to adjust. This team is good enough to adjust on the fly. This team is good enough to change up their offense depending on the series. This series, you don't need to shoot 100 threes in 2 games. You need to get to the free throw line, get them in foul trouble. It's a different ball game. If Jaylen Brunson is in foul trouble, that's a different ball game. If Karl Anthony Towns is in foul trouble, that's a different ball game. You guys need to stop settling and drive to the basket. Get fouls, go to the rim.
So in the fourth quarter, on 3-pointers, they're 4 for 26, terrible, 15%. And on 2s, 5 for 19, 26%. So obviously they're still jacking up the 3s in the fourth quarter. That's just what's gonna happen. Me personally, in game 3, if they do want to win, I still have them winning. I think they can make a run, and I still think they can make a comeback. They just gotta close in the fourth quarter. I don't know what's going on with them. I never seen a team like this, like that just be up by 20. And the thing is, like, when they were up 20, and I think when Josh Hart hit that 3 on the corner, and I think it put them down to 15, I said, here it goes. It's coming. It's coming. And then they were down by 14. And I'm like, bro, it's too close. Like, y'all just missing. And another thing, I don't like that they did the hack a Shaq thing in the fourth quarter. That gets you guys in the bonus more. Now I can understand like first, second, third, okay, whatever. But when it comes down late, because they just hacked Mitchell Robinson like 2 times when it was like probably like what 5 minutes left. Then now every time they do drive or get a foul, now every time they go, it's just gonna be a foul call and they can go to the free throw line. I don't like that. But some people don't
Part
like that the hack a Shaq thing. I mean, it works
part
to an extent. No, go ahead.
part of that has to do with coaching. That has to do with coaching. A lot of people saying that Joe Mazzulla doesn't deserve any blame. He definitely does, because when your team went on that scoring drought, you should have called a timeout and you should have got a good play for them, something going to the rim preferably, and then on top of that, fouling at Mitchell Robinson. Like you said, in the fourth quarter, you do that, and now that makes it easy for Jalen Brunson to go to the free throw line and hit his free throws, or Mikal Bridges, or whoever, or Cat, or whoever it is, go to the free throw line and get easy points now, and you're stopping the clock, and that can help them. Decimate that 20-point lead. So that part of that has to do with coaching as well.
Joe Mazzulla definitely deserves blame, but he ain't the main reason. It's Jason Tatum. It goes Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and whoever else after that. Those are your 2 best players. Those are the faces of the franchise. They have to play better. As simple as that. They're playing. The Knicks are playing not great, but they're coming out with the W's, and you guys aren't. It's simple as that. They have made good plays down the stretch on the defense, and Jalen Brunson has stepped it up when you need him the most on the offense. Like you said, game 1, it was OG. I thought OG was the best player in game 1. I thought he was. Without OG playing so great, they probably lose that game. Because Mikal Bridges, I don't think he did really anything. And he sure didn't do anything yesterday until the fourth quarter. So Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson and Cat in game 2, OG and Brunson down the stretch in game 1. It's simple as that, man. Y'all just have to play better. You can't be giving me what? 5 for 19? Unacceptable. It's unacceptable. After you just had a really good playoffs against the Magic, totally different team, understandable. But you just came off a good series, and here you are again, stinking it up in games 1 and 2. You can't stink it up again in game 3. If you stink it up again, you guys are losing, and I don't think you guys are going to win coming down 0-3. I just don't believe it. And I do think they win. Well, first of all, you have to win game 3. So I think they win game 3. And I think they can come back and tie the series up. I really think they can. Just got to turn it. You just got to play good defense, and your offense got to step it up and hit your threes. Because they're good. Bro, you think they're going to change from them threes? You think it's going to happen?
They need to, because you keep saying it's not the Knicks defense, but I seen them take a lot of contested jump shots last game and that first game. That has something to do with defense. If they're taking contested jump shots majority of the game, that's defense. So they got to do something. They got to change that game plan, because them threes is not going to win y'all this series. I'm not saying stop shooting threes, but you don't got to shoot as many.
They shot 7 for 24 on wide open threes in game 1. You're gonna lose.
They shot 7 for who?
24 on wide open threes. That's
okay. And what about the other 20? What about the other 20?
What did I say? I said contested. I gave them deep, but you're acting like that is majority of the reason. I said they had wide open looks and they were brilliant. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to go back and forth. You think it's defense majority the whole time? I don't believe that. I just think they break majority of the time. It is what it is.
Okay. Think about it like this, Sheldon. If I take 3 bad contested shots, right? And the next shot, and I miss all of them, and the next shot I have wide open and miss it, you don't think that has to play a part of the defense? I literally just locked you up 3 possessions before, and you brick. So now you got a wide open shot. You're not gonna think that you're gonna hit that shot because you just missed your last 4. That has something to do with defense. That defense plays a psyche on your mind. What do you mean? How is that not majority defense?
So you think when Jason Tatum missed that wide open 3 in the corner, that was defense?
That's because he was getting locked up majority of the game. He didn't have any good looks majority of the game. And so when he did get a good look, he missed it because of the defense they were playing.
All right. I get what you're saying, but I just don't agree. I just don't agree. I think they just bricked I think they just bricked majority of the time, and I'm just gonna stand on that. And then if majority of the time they play great defense in game 3, I will come on the next time. Actually, I'll probably do another reaction and then say the same thing. I'll say the Knicks defense was damn near locking them up. But to say that they was just locking them up the whole game, it's just not true. It's just not true at all. I don't believe that. Now,
All
can
right,
I say
dog.
they did lock them up? Yeah, I think they did play good defense on them sometimes or majority of the time. I just don't think that, it was the defense that stopped them from winning. No, that's not the truth. They just bricked. They bricked too many damn threes in game 1. Now, I'll say this. This is what I'll say. If you want to say in game 2 was the defense, fine. But in game 3, you can't tell me it was the defense. That was just them missing hella threes. I don't think it was them just locking them up. That's all I'm going to say, bro. That's all I'm going to say. I got the Celtics winning game 3. I think they bounced back. I said last time that Jason Tatum was going to have a good game. He didn't have a good game. Now I don't know what the hell he going to do. I don't know what the man going to do. Don't know what Jaylen Brown going to do. All I know is they just can't do what they just did the first 2 games. Because if you do that, you're going to lose. It's as simple as that. They have to play better. And the Knicks are going to play better. The Knicks are not going to play this bad. It's not going to happen. They're going to come alive. We're going to get a Jalen Brunson masterclass. We're going to get it. It's just, will the Celtics be able to respond to that and be able to win the game? That's going to be the question. And as of right now, I don't know. After seeing the first 2 games, I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. But I do have them. I do have the Celtics winning game 3. Before we go, this ain't going to be 3 hours, but I want to ask you, where's the picture? Oh, where is the picture? Where is the picture? Jesus Christ. Oh. Okay, I know you're going to pick this player, but I do want to pick I do want you to pick some other players. No injuries. Who will have the best career? Yao, Brandon Roy, D Rose, T Mac, or Grant Hill? I know you're going to pick Derrick Rose, but
No, that's not who I was gonna pick.
oh wow.
You said Yao Ming, D Rose, T Mac, Grant Hill, and Brandon Roy. Who would have had the better career? I low-key want to say Yao Ming because Yao Ming was very dominant in his little time that he played in the NBA. Because he couldn't be stopped. He was like Victor before Victor. He was the tallest player in the league. Couldn't nobody stop him. He could shoot. He had all the post moves. He played great D. So I'm a low-key go Yao Ming.
I am surprised you didn't pick Derrick Rose or Brandon Roy. I'm surprised you didn't pick him.
I mean, you said who was going to have a better career. I think Yao
No,
Ming
it
would
just
have the
says
better
who
career.
will have the best career. That's what this
Well,
says.
yeah,
No injuries.
I still
who will
think
have the best career?
Yao Ming because if Yao Ming is healthy, that Houston Rockets team is a whole totally different team. And then you probably move on from T Mac, get something from T Mac because he was so injury prone. And then you put some other pieces around Yao Ming. And even if you don't, I still think Yao Ming would have had a great career or the best career out of all of them.
Could have said Grant Hill. You know, people were
Yeah,
saying he was
my
LeBron
second.
before LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the most all-around players in the NBA. Then I think what he had, knee injuries, I think. Am I correct?
Yep.
Yeah, knee injuries, yeah. He was a dog. And if I had to put in order, I'd say like Grant Hill. I would say, I actually probably say, I'd probably be biased. I'll say B. Roy. I thought B. Roy was a dog, bro.
Yeah, I did too. I thought he was low key like the next up. Like at that time, him and Kobe, I thought they was like neck and neck, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought
Because B. Roy was a dog.
I thought he was a
He
dog.
was a dog.
I thought Yao, them foot injuries, man, them big guys, they ain't nothing to play with, bro. I think if as the question is, will Yao have developed a consistent 3-point shot like it is now for big men back then? Because it showed one like hitting threes like that, how it is now. Do you think he develops a consistent 3-point shot eventually?
Yeah, because he had touch. He had really good touch for for a big man. And then people forgetting that Yao gave Shaq problems. Like, come on, we talking about LA Shaq here. So yeah, Yao was a monster.
T-Mac too, man. I think T-Mac deserves some credit too. He was a dog too, but he had a lot of knee injuries too. The majority of these guys really had knee injuries outside of Yao. He just had a foot injury. But let's pick these games for the rest, I guess, for the weekend. Well, at least up to the game 4s and 5s. Let's just pick and see who wins and let's go. So tonight, we got the Warriors and the Timberwolves. Who do you have winning and why?
I got the T-Wolves. I think Ant has an Anthony Edwards game. I think he goes ballistic. I think Julius Randle steps. I think everybody steps it up. Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels. I don't know about Rudy, but I think Ant, Julius, and Jaden McDaniels definitely gonna step it up tonight.
I'm going with the Timberwolves. No Steph Curry with the hamstring injury. I think they take advantage of Steph Curry not being there. Like you said, Ant steps it up, B's more aggressive in the first half, actually hits his shot. I think we're going to get a Julius Randle game too, probably about 15 and probably 10. Rudy Gobert probably has a better game. You guys have to show your dominance on the rebounds. Like, you guys have to show your dominance. Like, that's all I'm saying. If you guys rebound the basketball and hit shots, you guys can win this game. And Jaden McDaniels. I think the Timberwolves bounce back and win this game and tie the series up. On Friday, we got the Cavaliers and the Pacers, game 3. Who wins and why?
I got the Cavs winning. Even if DeAndre Hunter, Evan Mobley, and Darius Garland doesn't play, I still got them winning. The Cavs showed that they can be up 20 on them and get a big lead on them and beat them. They just have to execute in the fourth quarter, same as game 1. They didn't execute in the fourth quarter, but I think that they went back to film and they watched everything, and I think they're gonna pull it out game 3.
I think the Cavs do win this game. And actually, they're favored. They're favored by 3 to win. So I think the Cavs do win this game. You still got Donovan Mitchell, playoff riser to some people. You still don't know what's going to happen with Garland and Mobley and DeAndre Hunter. But that Cavs team is still decent enough to win. Like you said, they were up by 20. They should have won that game. They just failed in the fourth quarter. If they play good in the fourth, hit their shots, hit open threes, and Donovan Mitchell plays good, I think they could beat the Pacers, especially with the Pacers' offense is clicking right now. They can potentially win and get back in this series, because if they go down 3-0, it's over. I'm sorry, it's over. Thunder and the Nuggets, game 3. Who do you have winning and why?
I got the Thunder. After that dominant win, game 2, and then the fact that they've locked Jamal Murray up both games, I think that they're going to take Jamal Murray out the game again, and it's going to be the same results. It may not be a 40-piece, but I think it's going to be the same results.
I got the Thunder. The Thunder are favored by 6. The Thunder are too deep. Got an all-time defense. You got the MVP. I think they just got too much firepower, man. And I know I said that last time, but I think the Thunder said, we're not playing with these boys. We know we're better than them. They just stole the game from us in game 1 off of Jokic's masterclass and the Aaron Gordon game-winning 3. And we're not going to let that happen this time. I think they overcome this Nuggets offense. The defense really isn't that good for the Nuggets, but the defense is good for the Thunder, and that's all they need. I think the Thunder win this game and go up 2-1. We got Saturday, Celtics and the Knicks, game 3. Who wins and why?
So I think I got the Celtics winning. We in Madison Square Garden. Everybody shows up at Madison Square Garden. So hopefully Jason Tatum has a better game and is more aggressive this game. I think he comes out ultra aggressive, and I think he leads them, to a victory.
I got the Celtics. Been with the Celtics, thinking they're going to win the championship, possibly could, but I think they bounce back. Just second time's the charm, not third, but second time's the charm. I think they bounce back and get a win. They know they need a win. They can't play. You can't play as worse as this. You can't go 5 for 19. If they play good, hit their threes, they're still going to take threes. That's going to happen. They're going to take threes. If they can hit their threes and be able to execute in the fourth quarter and not blow leads, they could potentially win against the Knicks. And I expect a Brunson masterclass in one of these games, but I think Jalen Brunson plays good in game 3. But I do think the Celtics pull this one out and get back in this series and go to 2-1. We got the Timberwolves and the Warriors game 3. Who wins and why?
I got the Timberwolves again. Again, Steph is gonna be out. I think they're gonna key in on Jimmy. I don't think they're gonna let Buddy Hield drop 22 on them again. And outside of Jimmy, they're not gonna have any offense coming from anywhere. So
I got the Timberwolves. You are on the road. The Warriors still don't have Steph Curry, but I do think the Timberwolves, they offense gets it together. They still got a good defense. Again, rebound the basketball against this small team. That is the key. If you guys can rebound the basketball, you guys will win. We saw it against the Rockets when they was winning games. They won the rebounding battle. If they can rebound, they will win. I think Anthony Edwards has another good game. Same with Randall, same with Nas and all of them. The Timberwolves will win, and they will go up 2-1. Now we're going to Sunday's games. If it loads up, Thunder and the Nuggets game 4. Who wins and why?
Like I said before the last game, I think the Thunders win. I think the Thunder, they found the blueprint, and like you said, they stole game 1, and that put a bad taste in their mouth, and they're not gonna let them do that again.
Man, I want to say Nuggets so bad, but I do think the Thunder go up 3-1. This team is too good, bro. And once again, if Chet and J-Dub come to play in that atmosphere in Denver, they should win this game easily. Like, they are the better team. They really are the better team. So I got Shea. Shea gonna drop another 30 ball on the Nuggets head. Jokic gonna have probably another masterclass. It might not be enough. The Thunder get the W. Cavaliers and the Pacers game 4. Who wins and why?
I got the Cavs. I think by that time, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, or Hunter, one of them or all of them are gonna come back, and they're gonna tie that series up and go back to Cleveland 2-2.
I want to say the Cavs so bad, but I'm going with the Pacers. I think the Pacers go up 3-1 for some reason. I know I picked the Cavs in 6, but I think the Pacers are probably bouncing back. I picked the Cavs to win in game 3, so I'm picking the Pacers to win in game 4. If they do lose, I think they bounce back. Offense plays better. Defense has key stops down the stretch. And if they do miss some time again, don't know how long the injuries are, I think Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers get a W, man. They go up 3-1. And we're going to finish it off with these game 4s. Celtics and the Knicks on Monday. Celtics and the Knicks game 4. Who wins and why?
Celtics. It's as simple as it's a must-win game. Well, game 3 is both games are must-win games because you can't go down 3-0, and then even if you win that game, you can't go down 3-1. So both games are must-wins. I think they pull out both games.
The Celtics even this series up. They come back. I think they have 2 good games in a row. I ain't going to say great, but I think both Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and the others have good games. Again, hit your 3-pointers, play good defense down the stretch. This is going to be a gritty team that the Knicks are. They have been playing good, and they won those 2 games, coming back down from 20-point deficits. So I think the Celtics pull it out and even the series up. And the last game, we got Timberwolves and Warriors game 4. Who wins and why?
I got the T-Wolves. Like I said, since Steph Curry went down, I think Anthony Edwards smells blood, and he's just from here on out, he's just gonna go crazy. I think Ant's just gonna will this team. I low-key think the series gonna end 4-1. I don't think the Warriors gonna get another game.
So you think Steph Curry won't make it back in time for you?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make because that hamstring injury, like you said, you don't play with no hamstring. He come back out there too early, say he tear his stuff. Now he's gone for majority of the year next year. So
surprisingly, I think the Warriors can win game 4. I think for some reason I think they can win one of these games, but I'm gonna go say they win game 4. They fight. Jimmy Butler plays good. We might get a Draymond Green offensive game. And Buddy Hield, you don't believe in the Buddy Hield masterclasses. I understand that. But Buddy Hield might have another masterclass. And if those role players play good, especially with no Steph. The Timberwolves offense is good, but I think the Warriors offense is good enough to keep up with them if everybody plays good. So I'm gonna say the Warriors win Game 4 and they even up the series. And that's it for the full court entertainment pot. What? Go ahead.
Before we go, what's the count on the series, on playoff series? Remember you said you was taking count of our wins, loss. What's the count?
I'm 6-2. You are. Ooh. Hold on. Let me go real quick. Let me go. So let's see. You picked the Thunder 1. You picked the Clippers 1-1. Lakers 1-2. Rockets 1-3. Cavs 2-3. Bucks. What's that? 2-5.
2-4.
No, wait, that's 2-4. You picked the Bucks. That's 2-4, right? The Bucks.
Because you already said the Bucks.
Okay, let me start over. So you picked the Celtics. You picked the Pistons.
1-1.
You picked the Bucks, so that's 1-2. You picked the Cavs. That's 2-2.
2-2.
You picked the Rockets.
2-3.
You picked the Lakers.
2-4.
You picked the Clippers.
2-5.
And you picked the Thunder.
So 3-5. I'm 3-5.
I'm 6-2. Because the only teams that lost was the Rockets and the Lakers. Those were the only two teams that lost. It's sad. And then we go keep track of these series too. I made my prediction. I put my prediction on Twitter. I picked the Celtics. I picked Thunder. I picked Timberwolves. I picked who's the other team? Oh, Cavs. Pick Cavs. So, keep track of that. I don't know what yours was. I actually don't know.
No, I got the same four.
So same
I think
four.
the Thunder, Celtics, yeah.
All right. So that's it for the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. Follow us on all social media outlets at Full Court Entertainment Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. And also, we are on Apple Music and Spotify. Get the audio version there. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube. Thank you guys to the 6 people that is in the chat and people like Francisco, Jace, everybody that comment. 3800 MB. Thank you guys for commenting. We love the comments, man. And I just like when you guys just interact with us. But just make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the videos. The videos are actually doing pretty good and the live stream. So keep it up. Thank you guys. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. But that's it. We will see y'all next time, probably for reactions of the games. But we'll see y'all next time, man.